you guys off to right now? You guys have placed the alarm spell on the warehouse.
It is early in the morning, right?
No, it's getting towards noon. You
Oh,
guys have spent some time walking around.
right.
Coffee!
The date is the 26th of Elaine, which is September.
All right. I want to go and gather some proof. If we're all done here.
It seems like the best way to go. I suggest we go to the courthouse and investigate their records of the case. Assuming there is a courthouse.
Assuming they keep records.
Well, you have to keep records of every crime trial and whatnot. Otherwise, it's considered a hoax, and then we have reason to burn the entire town to the ground.
I'm not sure that is how it works. Besides, there is a temple of Tyr here. They would not stand for such injustice.
Doctor, when you roll a new character, I'm not letting you play your custom class.
No?
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Ouch.
No, you gotta earn that.
Okay.
Not even a custom. You gotta earn any sort of customization, rule breaking, game breaker rule you want. You gotta really earn it.
Okay.
When you DM your own game, you can do whatever you want. You can make everybody.
It's boring to NPC a custom character. It's something I'm gonna have to play at some point.
Well, then you have to.
So
You have to ask somebody to DM a game, then let you play the custom character.
Mm-hmm.
I am categorically against this kind of customization, but I'm willing to work with you, if you earn it.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
That's 20 inspiration points?
Oh, I could
No,
spend
that's only a level.
Oh.
Yeah, 15 to change the plot to involve cat people.
15 to change the doctor to a dragoon. Plot
No,
twist.
that's like 100.
It's 2 years of playing, and then
Yeah.
finally, when he's a level 20 wizard, he can become a good dragoon.
Yes,
Level 1 dragoon.
you can go to a level 1. All right, you guys can continue.
All right.
Playing.
The courthouse seems like a logical first step. The woman at the store also. Sorry, my memory's failing me a little bit, but she mentioned someone who was there at the time of the supposed robbery.
She mentioned a Lord Havisham, one of the premier nobles in town. She said that he had actually arrived and scared away this barbarian.
Well then,
You don't say. Well, then he should have been at the trial and be able to give an accurate description of what happened.
I'm sure that his testimony could be found in the records. Whether that is an accurate testimony or not is anyone's guess.
And maybe what's his relation with silk merchant?
I propose that some of us go look at the courthouse documents and others go and have a conversation with Lord Havisham.
Sounds like a plan. I'll follow you on this.
Oh no, Doctor. You're more suited at finding documents than I am. Remember,
Alright.
you're the scholar here.
Very well. I guess I'll be able to skip the drama. I'll investigate the court records. Where should I head for that? Courthouse or
There's
Who-
the trials are held in town hall. That's where you're gonna head off to.
Very well. I'll go check out town hall. Make sure you keep me posted on anything you find. Any interesting bits of information might bring up a new lead to look into the
Well, we do have
interpret
a
the court
range.
records.
We do have a contact as far as a ranger that we can talk to is to be an escort.
Hmm?
What was his name? There was
Yeah,
a ranger that... Does
that's
anybody
not
remember?
really.
Castaner's Ranger?
No,
No,
there
no.
was a ranger that she mentioned that we could also use to guide us to the barbarian place if, in case we didn't want to save this
Shane, the
barbarian.
speaker of Bryn Shander, when you went to visit her, said that, asked you, of course, to go to the barbarian tribes and help figure out what's going on and why they're attacking the townsfolk. She also told you that if you need help as a guide to help you through the wilderness, the Ranger Aglinel is available and works for the city.
Aglinel. Oh, he works for the city?
Well, he is. She said that he is available to help guide you on behalf of the city.
Oh.
I propose that me and Lord Schmegel make our way over to Lord Havisham's estate, mansion, place of living.
Okay. And I guess that'll be me and Eldrin will go check out the town hall for the records.
Okay. Why don't you roll a d20? Let's see who goes first. Even or odds? I'll roll a d20.
Okay.
I'll be odds.
Odds? Okay. Odds wins. So
Cool.
you and Schmigel, let's go with you guys first. You guys head over to a very fancy mansion, probably the nicest mansion in Bryn Shander, in the Noble District, which is Lord Havisham's house. You knock on the gate, and one of his servants comes up and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
My name is Lady Mathilda Brooke of Waterdeep, and this is Lord Schmigel Ironbelly of Neverwinter. We are here to see Lord Havisham.
Do you have an appointment?
This is kind of an impromptu visit. We were in the neighborhood.
If you'd like the audience of Lord Havisham, one must have an appointment. He says, "I can make you one." He has a opening, and he looks into his scroll.
Next month.
3 weeks from now.
I'm
He's
afraid
got this air of self-importance about him, this servant.
I'm afraid our business with Lord Havisham cannot wait that long. We have a matter that we need to bring to his attention.
You may roll a persuasion on this guy.
All right, Mathilda Silvertongue, here we go.
You'd roll a lot of crits, so maybe... Okay, 14's enough. He says, very well, very well. And he unlocks the gate.
Okay,
And leads you in.
wonderful.
Lovely place you got here.
I'm sorry, I'm fixing something.
One day you will have a house like this. Lord Ironbelly.
He says, well, yes, of course. This estate once belonged to the famous noble, belonged to the famous adventurer. His name was, what was his name? Oh my God, I hate this. Preset Adventures. Let me see. We got a name here.
You can make something up, none of us will know.
Yes, but there's some things are story
Right,
related
sir.
that I should not make up. Some things I can make up, no problem.
Name filed into memory.
Some things are story related, or it may or may not be.
No, it's all
His name was Jaromir. He was a famous adventurer. It belonged to him. It is said that he has recovered a very powerful artifact. It made himself extremely wealthy. Among the first nobility of Bryn Shander. And he shows you, as you walk through the estates, you walk through the very fancy mansion, you can see that these two marble stairs wind up, and this is about as exquisite as it gets when it comes to mansions. He leads you to the base of the stairs, and he announces you. And from behind the stairs, a man comes up, and he's got these very fancy-looking mustache that is spiked up. He's wearing these fine robes. He is very, very good-looking. And he comes over and just has this lordly manner. As you can see that there are fancy jewels all over his hands. And he comes over to the edge of the stairs, and he says, "Yes." Lord
Havisham.
That is I. He Now, what manner of business could you possibly have to disturb me in my beauty sleep? And you see him twirling a mustache. Felix, you gotta stop reading the mic.
Oh, sorry. It's I have a runny nose tonight.
Okay. I'll put Is your mic retractable?
Yeah.
Then retract it completely. We can still hear you.
Oh, you can? Even
Yeah.
if I do this?
Yeah, we can still
Yeah.
hear you.
We can hear you.
Perfect.
I say, I apologize for interrupting you, my lord.
He nods.
I have a matter to discuss with you. Is there somewhere that we could talk?
Whatever you need to say, you can say before my palace.
Of course, my lord. I was merely suggesting that we find somewhere comfortable to sit as we talk this over.
He walks down the stairs in this lordly manner, and then he has a seat on it looks like a throne in the middle of the hall.
He's got a throne in the hall. All right.
It's a very fancy chair, but it looks like it's a throne. This guy is clearly living a very, very fancy, luxurious life.
My
Nice
lord.
chair.
Yes, indeed.
He just raises an eyebrow. You can tell that a lot of his communication is just through these subtle gestures. He's that lordly.
My lord, I have been given to understand that you recently purchased a dress for your wife.
I have, and what business might that be of yours?
Word is that during your purchasing of this dress, you ran into a barbarian robbing the store.
Ah, yes. 'Twas a terrible affair. A savage had come and assaulted Lady Brianna. It is a good thing that I was there to save her.
Can you recall anything at all about this savage man?
Why, yes, he was ferocious. He had the body of a bear. He attacked her with a massive axe. That is when I withdrew my rapier and I said, "Unhand her, villain!" It is then that he, a man of savagery and no honor and thievery, left. He ran and I chased him about half a league into town when I lost him into the crowd.
Wow, many people must have seen that.
Why, yes. I do not know who, but it is all in my report that I have filed with the town. If you wish to know more, then you may read my report.
I see. We may have some more questions for you, Lord Havisham, once we have read this report.
The matter has been investigated, the criminal has been trialed, and execution has been carried out. What possibly else could you need to know about this?
There have been some judicial complications, my lord. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
He raises an eyebrow, and you see he sticks up a finger, and one of his servants runs off.
If he comes back with an axe, I'm pulling out mine.
Does this guy, does he look physically fit enough to chase off a barbarian?
Yes, this guy looks like he is. I mean, you're not sure if he could have chased off the barbarian. You're not sure about the validity of his story. But this guy he's very handsome. He's very well built. He clearly looks like he does spend a lot of time training.
Okay, fair enough. And he has a rapier on him.
Not on him here.
Okay. Did you wound the ferocious creature?
Nay, I would not strike first. I gave him a chance to surrender, and that is when he ran.
Wow.
It would be so dishonorable to strike someone first.
Even a robber such as he?
I would not do so without giving him the chance to surrender. That is the honorable thing to do. He raised an eyebrow again, looking at you.
Indeed, you are very right, my lord.
He had not attacked her yet. He was after her silks or her money.
Her silks or her money?
Aye, that is what they say he stole. 1,000 gold.
Well, if he had the silks in his hand, surely you would have seen.
Well, I had arrived just in time, right before he had grabbed the silks. But it is said that he had taken the gold. I had not seen this.
Insight.
You can do an insight on him.
That's why I bring Schmigel along. My insight's crap.
That's not to say Schmiggles is that much better.
I don't know. I
It's
probably
not
should have
much,
brought
but-
Eldrin with me.
I got a +1.
Oh, you should have brought me along.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
mine's not
You
any
can't
better.
tell the validity of this guy's story. It
Actually,
seems
my
like his,
insight is much better.
it seems like his mannerisms are very well veil any sort of lies that you can tell.
Huh.
So,
I
you
tried
can't tell
rolling
if
my
he's lying or
insight,
not.
but it's not working.
You can just type it in if you'd like, if it's not working.
oh, damn!
With a 22, you notice that what he's saying is probably rehearsed. You still can't tell if he's lying or not. The way he's talking makes it appear that he's rehearsed his speech many times.
I see that you recall the events vividly, my lord.
Of course. It is like yesterday. Such a terrible thing to happen among civilized people.
Well, in fact, it was yesterday, was it not?
It was a couple of days ago.
Oh. Because the barbarian was already out on the square.
Yeah, he was tried, and then the sentence was carried out yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, almost carried out until you saved him.
Yeah.
By the way, my lord, I have one question I'd like to ask you.
Yes.
Besides the large axe that the barbarian was holding, do you recall any other weapons?
In the middle of almost having combat, I did not recall that he had any other weapons on him, but he might have. It's impossible to tell. He ran very fast.
That's quite interesting. Thank you.
He raises an eyebrow again. And you can see the corner of his mouth smiles up. He's got a pretty strong poker face.
So he does. Maybe we switch to the other group now. If they find anything, message us.
Okay.
We can drill on
Other
this guy a
group,
bit.
the doctor and Eldrin, you guys go to the town hall. You find the clerk and you request a public record of Hengar's trial and sentencing. You look through the public records and you can see that there's a record of Brianna making her statement against Hengar. As you read the record, you notice that Brianna says that this barbarian came into a store, demanded to have her silks in the record, and then you can see questioning from the defense, saying, "Well, if he demanded having your silks, why did you not give it to him if your life was at stake?" And then you see that she then said that she did everything she could to defend her silks, and then the barbarian said, "Well, give me something of value," and that's when she gave him his money, and then Lord Havisham came in. That's Brianna's statement. You can see a written statement by Lord Havisham, he didn't even show up to the court, he's that important. But it's a written statement by him stating that everything that Brianna says is held to be true, and he will defend that with his honor. It says nothing else.
Interesting. I'm also gonna look at how long did it take for between the event and his trial and his planned execution?
It was 2 days. So he had the trial, and the judgment was passed on the trial for his execution, and 2 days later he was strung out, and that's when you guys showed up.
Okay, so it was a very quick
Yeah.
trial. No bother evidence again. Basically, that Lord's statement is held in concrete.
The Lord's statement is extremely vague. It does not specify any of the events that happened. All it says is everything that Brianna says is true.
Okay. So that could be used to our advantage. Then let's see. What about all our parties involved, like judge, other possible witnesses? Surely that couldn't have been everything.
The judge was Sheriff Markham. He is the reigning judge in town. This is usually in Bryn Shander, these things are not held out with an actual jury, and there were no other witnesses. So it seemed like a very quick trial, and if it were framed, it seems like it probably worked very easily.
There should have been lots of witnesses.
No other witnesses were reported in the trial or called in.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. As far as evidence presented, just the gold coins, right?
Yeah, there was 1,000 gold coins found on the person of the barbarian. Also, it reports the barbarian's resisting of arrest, and you notice that there are multiple witnesses brought in for the barbarian wounding 2 town guards.
That part looks obviously true, because obviously who wouldn't resist arrest from false charges? Let's see, what else is to look for?
You notice that in Brianna's report, it is reported that he attacked her with a great axe, and this was also found on his person during his arrest. It said nothing about a sword, but you wouldn't know anything about that since you weren't there when they talked to Brianna.
Okay.
Brianna clearly didn't rehearse her story as well.
Okay.
As Lord Havisham.
The information I have, I'm asking Eldrin to relay to Mathilda, sorry. And
Second time.
I don't know why I keep thinking Miranda. To Mathilda.
I won't be able to message that far.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're gonna have. What's your range of messaging, though? Just out of curiosity.
That's a good question.
It's not that far, is it?
It's not very far. It's not meant to be
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not meant to be a spell that you can use to that extent.
You don't have sending, I guess.
Okay. I could always send write a letter with the information and have it sent by Strax. Let's see, what else?
Can Strax speak?
No, but I can have it, like, write a letter and then he delivers the letter.
Message is 120 feet.
Yeah, that's far beyond the range. I mean, that's far... the range is far longer than that.
Okay. So... let's see.
Yeah, if you had sending spell, that would be unlimited range. But...
let's see.
just message is not good enough.
Yeah, I guess that's all the relevant information. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of information from that I can pull together from the documents. Seems to be a rather quick trial with only 2 witnesses of the actual crime and then the barbarian resisting arrest.
Yeah.
Which,
well, his charge is on top of attempted larceny. His charge is actually resisting arrest as well, and that those are the 2 things that he was charged with that got him sentenced to execution.
So resisting arrest and robbery. Okay.
Is the resisting arrest on its own, would that be cause for execution as well? If we could disprove the other charge?
You're not sure. You'd have to make your case.
Since I'm in town hall, is there anyone I can talk to gain more information on the actual law customs of Bryn Shander?
What kind of laws are you interested in? You did do a lot of reading, so you may have the knowledge already.
Basically, the 2 that are the ones associated with the barbarian's case, so resisting arrest and larceny. Or robbery.
Larceny, attempted larceny and armed robbery is something that you can take to execution. Resisting arrest alone, if you don't murder anybody, not necessarily.
Okay, even upon injuring one of the guards.
Yeah, it's not necessarily. It depends.
Okay.
It depends on the context, but that alone does not call for an execution. But armed robbery does.
And what are the specifications to define armed robbery and larceny?
Well, what do you
Like,
think?
what makes it actual? Well, I know armed robbery,
He
obviously,
wants to
but
plead a
larceny, I forget.
technicality.
Yeah. Is there any technicalities I can exploit through the wording of their actual laws?
If the accusations are true, there's not really any technicalities you can prove because he stole 1,000 gold. He was allegedly threatened the shopkeeper, threatened her life. So there's not much of you can prove from that.
What type of gold was it?
What do you mean? It's just gold.
Yeah, but like gold coins minted where? Would it have been gotten from? Is it like common gold found from merchants trading?
It's common
or
gold.
does it seem
it's
like it
from
came from
various sources?
Okay, so it's not like the barbarians would have had their own type of gold that he could have brought with him to try to get mercenaries or whatever from his own pouch.
It could be. It's hard to say because gold is like it's currency, so exchanged all over the place. So it's hard to say if this gold originally belonged to the barbarian.
No, but even to barbarians who are mostly isolated, wouldn't there be a slight?
Well, barbarians don't mint gold, but if they were to get their hands on gold, they would have to get it through the same way everybody else gets it.
Then does it look rather old because it would take a long time for barbarians to
you haven't
Like
examined
that
the gold, so you wouldn't
Okay.
know that much information. And it did not record where the gold came from, or how it's minted, or what's printed on it.
Okay, so essentially I can't follow a money trail.
You could try if you want to go back to Brianna's place. The gold was returned to her.
Okay, I might do that. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. Let's see. Is there any other thing? I asked Eldrin. Do you have any ideas of what we could look into that might be useful? Eldrin?
Yeah, I think we have a good understanding of the situation. I think we just need to figure out what we're willing to do about it.
So it looks like Brianna is the key. If we can get her to admit to
That is true.
doing anything, then by the statement presented from this Lord whatever his name, Lord what's his nuts, well, he's gonna. His statement says that everything she says is true, so whatever she says is true. So we just need to say, is there any way?
Yeah, his statement is essentially useless, one way or the other.
It's
But
just to
it's
provide
just him
support.
backing up what she's saying with his stature. That's pretty much what it is.
So essentially, we're gonna have to find a way to get her to confess, but also for the right ears to hear that confession. Is the sheriff who was the judge? Is he usually in town hall or is he at his sheriff's office?
Town hall and the sheriff's office are connected together.
Okay, I'm probably gonna stop in and see him also, and I'm gonna like basically ask him how the trial went and whatever information I can get from there.
What he said tells you about the trial is not anything that you haven't already seen when you look into the records.
Okay.
It tells you that the trial involved one major witness and multiple witnesses in regards to the barbarian resisting arrest. It also involves a second witness, but because he's a lord, he gets exempt from actually showing up in court. He gets exempt from jury duty or anything like that.
Okay.
So all he needed to do was write a note, and that was good enough because of his honor. It's not very fair, but that's just how things do it in these medieval cultures.
Sure.
I asked him what's the consequences of lying in front of a court.
He says, well, that would be a serious crime to lie before the court. It would include imprisonment. And depending on the nature of the lie, it could be anywhere from a few months to a few years.
If the lie ended up bringing about the death of a innocent man, what would that be?
He says it depends on the man and depends on the degree of innocence. He says any perjury in the court could carry the maximum sentence of a year in prison.
Okay. 1 year. Okay. Okay, so it's not that bad in the end. Okay. So I guess with that, let's see. I also asked the sheriff, what's his more or less his schedule? Like, is he usually around here in town, around the town hall?
He says that he works a 9-to-5 job
Okay.
in the town hall.
Okay. And other than that,
He's the lawgiver, Sheriff Markham.
and other than that, he can be found at his home.
He doesn't like you very much because of the trouble you made earlier in the town square. So you notice that his responses to your questions are very short and to the point, and he doesn't elaborate on anything or doesn't want to help you on anything.
That's fine with me. Okay, I guess that's about all the information I really need.
Okay.
So, unless Eldrin has anything to add.
Nope.
Oh, jury members. Is there any important person of note in the jury?
There was no jury.
There is no jury.
None at all.
In
Okay.
these types of trials in town, especially because Hengar is not a citizen of Bryn Shander. He's a barbarian. His rights are... He is given much less rights in trial than a citizen would.
Okay.
And you can tell that people in Bryn Shander generally have this dislike of the barbarians. And they were more than happy to convict them.
There is Bryn Shander law that says that Bryn Shander law applies to people not from Bryn Shander.
The penalties and the laws on people not in Bryn Shander are actually worse than if he were a citizen of Bryn Shander. You notice that there's a disparity. That if you're an outsider and you commit these crimes, the penalties will be much worse. If you are somebody from Bryn Shander, you may not be charged with, you may not be sentenced with execution if you committed this kind of a crime. But if you're an outsider, it's no question about it. You're going to get executed.
Okay. Alright. I guess that's about it. I'm gonna write all the important details of my findings in a letter, and I'm gonna send it, I'm gonna have it sent to Mathilda via Strax.
So as your familiar is flying over the Lord's Manor, you notice that the guards of the Lord's Manor are aiming crossbows at it. They don't trust it.
Strax is gonna stay out until Mathilda comes out. So when Mathilda
so
comes out,
they won't let your familiar inside the grounds. They don't know what it is, and they don't like it.
That's fine. Strax has an inert fear of crossbows now.
Oh, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Did you forget to turn
Okay.
I would like to ask Lord Havisham if about his relationship with Brienne.
You notice that when you ask these questions, he doesn't really answer much. He says, "She is the silk merchant. I buy dresses from her. What else is there? What else is there that is your business?" And this time he raises his eyebrow. Can you do a perception check?
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
I think you nailed it on the head there.
Okay, you notice that he's just heavily tapping his fingers on his chair. Something's afoot, but he's not gonna say anything.
Right. Okay. I bow and say thank you for your time, Lord Havisham.
Wait,
He
1 sec.
slightly nods his head, looking annoyed.
Are you within 100 feet? How big is this property?
His property is like it takes up like an acre of Bryn Shander almost.
Okay.
You can notice that there's a mansion, there's like gardens in front of the mansion, and there's a gate, and then there's like a guest house, and there's a carriage house, and a servant house.
Okay.
It's almost the size of like a small town.
Okay. Strax has limited telepathy, so he can let Mathilda know that he has arrived with a message. But by doing like giving emotions and images.
Sure.
So she can know that he's there.
Yeah, once you guys leave his mansion, you can notice that the familiar is sending you some messages.
Okay. I turn to Schmigel and I say, I see 2 avenues to proceed, Lord Ironbelly.
Aye.
We either put the squeeze on Brienne, or we dig into this relationship between the Lord and Brienne, which clearly exists, and if we find the right servant in his estate willing to spill the beans.
Don't forget both Doctor and Matilda, you have inspiration. I'm just adding it.
Yeah.
Matilda, I got an idea. Well, let me hear you if you like it. You see, one way or another, one of them's going to snap. One's gonna skip up on the story, and one of them's not gonna play to the right of way. Why don't we use it to our advantage, then?
What do you have in mind?
Well, let's say the fair silk merchant slips up on our story. We catch her in the act. We tell her to spill the beans. She does. Why don't we set up a deal that instead of her finding the fearsome barbarian, she finds Slim?
You want to implicate an innocent man?
Innocent?
In this, at least?
Do you see what he did to the poor herbalist down the street?
That has not been proven yet.
I suppose so. Hey, forget I mentioned anything.
You guys actually haven't even met Slim yet. The herbalist did ask you to go and talk to him and try to get his money back.
And the doctor has motivation too from notes he found.
Matilda is not eager to go on that quest.
Hey,
Don't you love Sandbox?
hey, forget I mentioned anything. Don't worry about it. All right. So, what do you say? Shall we stay here, or shall we talk to the silk merchant?
I think.
Did you receive Strack's message yet with the information, or?
Yeah, as
I'm
soon as
assuming
we
you guys
You
did.
assume we did?
leave
Okay.
the gates, we read up on the statement.
And then you had your conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
The doctor said he'd also put a note that he'd probably be heading towards the silk merchant himself next.
I
And that would
suppose
make
we'll
a
meet
nice
up with the
rendezvous.
doctor at the silk merchant.
So you meet the party meets up at Brianna's Silks.
If the doctor gets there ahead of time, he's gonna try flirting around with the silk merchant.
All right. Why don't you get there ahead of time? You tell me what you're going to say to her to flirt with her.
Oh,
I'm not going to make it just a check anymore. I'm going to make you actually flirt when you want to flirt.
Oh god, I'm actually really horrible with this kind of thing, as myself.
There's a D&D chart that you could just cut to the chase and
No,
find out how it ends.
There's no just rolling a dice. You're going to have to really roll
All right.
this.
Breathe. Inhabit your inner Casanova.
Deep breath.
Damn, I never actually watched that movie.
I'll step away so he can have all the.
Well, he's there first. You guys haven't even gone there yet.
I assume
No,
Eldred
technically
would
Eldrin's there. Eldrin's with me.
Oh yeah.
So,
Actually, I want to head over to the warehouse.
Okay, Eldrin, I'll go with you first. You go. You head over the warehouse. You're alarmed, correct?
Yeah, I also
Okay.
want to. I want to actually. I can dismiss my familiar into a pocket dimension and then reappear within 30 feet. I'd like to have him reappear inside the warehouse and just leave him there.
Sure, you can do that.
It wouldn't trigger the alarm.
Who's your
anyway.
familiar again? Is it a little weasel?
It's a little weasel.
Okay, you can put your familiar inside the warehouse. The familiar as you look through the familiar's eyes and look around in the warehouse, you notice that it has two levels. It's got an upper level that stores a whole bunch of crates in a row, and you can see that the crates are stored so compact that it actually decreases the size of the room. It's only a tiny room, and then there's stairs that lead directly down. Your familiar goes down those stairs. He looks around this warehouse. He notices that the lower level of the warehouse has a whole bunch of barrels and crates placed all over the place. And then it has some stairs that go into like this mid-section, this balcony in it. And the familiar goes up the balcony. He notices there's even more crates put all over the place. Of course, you also notice the crate that you're familiar with that the doctor carried with you, with the silvered weapons.
Is it hidden at all? Or is it just right out there in the open?
It's right out there in the open. One very interesting thing that you see around this area is that the warehouse, the floor of the warehouse looks like it is not, its integrity is not very good. You can see that there's a big crack in the middle of the floor.
Is the floor
stonework?
Oh, it's stone?
Yeah, the floor is stonework, but you can see there's a big crack right in the middle of it in the lower level.
Do I notice a lower level anywhere?
Well, there's two levels of the warehouse. There's the upper level and then the basement. And in the basement,
there's
yeah, that's where the crack is. There's a crack in the floor. So there's
How big is the crack?
The crack is pretty big. It's at least 20 feet going across.
Oh.
And you notice that the stones around the crack, some of them have fallen down, and the crack actually goes down into some sort of crevasse.
Okay, I'll do a listen.
You can do a perception there.
Yeah. If I can find the chart here.
You hear running water below. Through your familiar, of course.
Right. Okay, I will. I want to leave my familiar here.
Sure.
And have him hide in a good spot, but someplace where he can see the crack if anything comes in or out.
Now, can your familiar communicate with you if you walk all the way to the other side of town?
No. But
Okay.
he will. When I come back, he'll be able to tell me what he saw, if
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go find the others.
Okay. Well, I'll go with the doctor. You walk into Brianna's Silk, and you see Brianna. You see, she's obviously the owner of the shop. You can tell just by the way she's dressed. She is with like 3 of her girlfriends, and they're sitting there and they're talking, they're gossiping and giggling. What do you do?
I'm gonna.
Let's make this realistic.
You put him in a room with 3 women?
4.
Yeah.
4 women. What am I saying?
But
Yeah, I want to say.
You go for the ugly one first.
No, you can't give him advice. You're not there.
I'm running back.
You cannot give him advice. You're not there.
Okay. So first.
He's got to have
So
to
first
figure
of all,
this out on his
perception
own.
check. What do all the women look like, and what do their levels of secure? How secure do they look?
You
Do
can't-
they
you
look
can't tell.
vulnerable, and I can manipulate them?
You can't. You're not going to be able to do that with a perception check. I need
Do we do
a really good insight check to tell me that.
Okay, done.
That's not a perception kind of thing.
Okay, I have horrible insight, so it doesn't really make a difference. Let's see. I'll just give you an insight. Maybe I'll get lucky. Come on, maybe the doctor will get really lucky tonight.
You still have inspiration.
The
No.
doctor is looking to
It's
get
not-
lucky.
Probably gonna be. Yeah.
You notice that one of them looks like she's not as attractive as the others, so she looks a little insecure. The rest of them, they just look like they're all having a lot of fun. They're gossiping about other people.
Now, remember the doctor's yellow robes are very fancy. They were made to compete with Schmigel's cloak and make the doctor look more lordly when he got them. So the doctor does look at least like a minor noble when he walks in.
No, you don't look like a noble, not with the bright yellow robes. It's a very faux pas. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I've got really.
Yeah,
bad
you don't look.
intuitions.
You don't, people don't look at you and say, obviously this guy is important noble. They look like you and like, why this guy is really seeking attention with the big yellow robes. But they don't even pay attention to you as you walk in the store. They're giggling, laughing.
Okay, damn, I didn't even draw an eye when I walked in. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna start looking at the silks for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna. It's all women's clothes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I go. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna go ask. I'm gonna like sort of signal over to the lady in charge that or the one that looks like to be the owner of the place. And does she even come to me to...
She looks at you. She has this look of disdain, but finally she leaves her friends and walks over to you. And she sees she's putting out these mannerisms. Can I help you?
I am in need of a little help, madam. You see, I need to buy a lovely dress for someone very important to me. I was wondering if you could help me. As you can see, I show my, I look at my robes. As you can see, I have horrible taste when it comes to something like this. I need someone with obviously excellent.
Does your
taste
character recognize that he has horrible taste?
Well, how everybody doesn't pay attention to him, he assumes that nobody really likes him other than himself.
She says,
thus he has horrible taste.
She says, well, yes, of course I can help you. Now tell me, what does your lady friend like?
Well, I think she likes, like, I'm giving a really guy answer for this. I think she likes something frilly and pretty. You see, she
scrunches her eyebrows and looks at you angrily. She says, what is her favorite color then?
I believe it is blue.
Says, ah, yes, of course. And you see she kind of skirts off and to the back to get a dress, and then you just wait there, and the other three women, they glance at you, let me roll some dice here.
The one who doesn't look as attractive, give her a slight wink.
The one that looks unattractive is too busy being so insecure that she doesn't pay attention to you. However, one of the other one kind of looks at you, smiles, and looks quickly away.
Okay, then she's the one I give a little wink at.
Well, giving the wink, she doesn't do anything back.
Okay.
She just looks away. She turns her back towards you, but slightly at an angle, so she can still turn around to look at you.
Is she fanning herself?
They don't have fans. They're just sitting there smiling and giggling and talking about.
I don't imagine many women in this town walk around with fans.
Yeah, this is the middle of the Arctic here.
The doctor doesn't make them heat up at all.
So Brianna comes back with this very fancy-looking silk dress, and she says, "Is this something to our tastes?"
I look at it, I'm like, honestly, it's hard to tell like this. I would have to see it on her or on someone at all. I look over at the ladies. Excuse me, ladies. Do you think you could help a man in need? I need someone to.
So that girl the girl that looked at you before says, "Oh, well, maybe I can try." And then that girl who's unattractive pulls her back. She says, "No. I have to tell you something. We have to talk about, we have to talk about Alfie." And then pulls her away from you.
Okay.
And then they go back to giggling and talking.
See, that's why you go for the ugly one first.
Yeah,
they ruin everything.
This is real life here. Let's see what you got. This is real life. I'm not even asking you to roll here because
you're enjoying his suffering too much.
I'm just giving you real life, realistic scenarios. This is what happens in real life.
Perfect.
Yeah, guys with yellow robes walk into silk shops.
and I look at
pick up women.
I look over to the lady who is helping me pick out the dress. I look at her. I'm like, milady, do you think you could help me? Would you mind putting this on so I would have a better idea?
I would, but
would you do me the honor?
It is so late in the day. I am so exhausted. This is where you can write a persuasion. You can roll a persuasion. So it's so late in the day. I'm so exhausted.
Surely one as beautiful as yourself would love to would look ravishing in this.
That's why
it would give me an excellent
way. Let me see the persuasion check.
A sec, I'm gonna finish my thing first.
Okay.
I'm sure this dress would look ravishing on you. It would give me an excellent idea of what my lady friend would look like in this. She wouldn't be as beautiful as you, but it would certainly help me.
Oh, he said the word lady friend.
Lady friend, yes. I did perception instead. Persuasion. There we go. Let's see. Is it going? It's being slow.
At some point, you're going to cast Charm Person, and the guards are going to show up.
Yeah. That's what I'm expecting.
Wait, do the guards have, amulets to detect whenever magic is being used?
They do ever since the doctor showed up.
They have someone following him all the time.
Doctor, you notice that not all of them, but some of the higher-ranking guards, you notice that they are carrying scry stones.
Okay.
Scry stones are not good for a rogue mage at all.
Okay. So I'm gonna try my persuasion check again because it didn't come out. So persuasion.
see
Let's see.
anything.
Does it work? Okay. I have a +1 to it, so I'm just gonna roll a d20. See if
Okay,
that
go
works.
ahead.
Yeah. Some of the rolls from the sheet are not working for some reason.
I know, so sometimes roll 20 gets a little hiccupy.
Yeah, but then usually they come out in a bunch.
Oh,
Oh, do we have a critical hit?
yes.
The
Okay.
doctor critically picks up a woman.
God damn!
Of course.
You critted your get laid roll.
No, that's not the get laid roll. It takes a lot more than a roll to get laid. So but she says, very well, and she takes the dress and goes to the back to put it on.
Oh, that deserves some kind of highlight reel or something.
I did. I put in a highlight roll for a critical hit. So Brianna goes to the back to put the dress on, and you see that the three girls, they're looking at you and they're talking amongst themselves below your earshot and giggling. You don't know if it's good or bad.
Okay. When she gets back?
Okay, so you wait there until she gets back, and she comes back in this dress, and she says, "Now, how does this suit you?"
I start praising her. She does look gorgeous. It's not a lie, I'm assuming, unless she is an old hag.
Well,
but
she's a little bit older. She's not she's not that old. She's a little bit of an older woman.
But she's still fairly attractive, I would say.
Yeah,
So
she keeps herself well.
I praise her. She looks incredibly beautiful, and I start complimenting the dress in whichever way I can think of.
So you compliment the dress, but she doesn't seem to be that impressed with your praise of her looks. But you do compliment the dress, and she says, "Well, would this be something you'd be interested in purchasing, my lord?"
Quite possibly. Is there any other dresses that you have?
He says, "Well, you tell me what type."
How about a red one?
Very well, and she goes to the back. She brings back a red dress. She says, "Now, I cannot try on dresses for you all day, my lord."
But you look so beautiful then.
He says, "This is the same dress, just a different color."
Is she wearing the red one now, or is she still wearing the blue one and presenting
she
me the
put
red
on a
one?
red one now, and she says, "I cannot put on dresses for you all day, my lord. I'm afraid I'm much too fatigued for that." And she puts her hand on her head.
Oh, I'm sorry for taking so much of your time, but maybe would you? It's a little hard for me to ask this, but would you join me for dinner tonight, maybe?
She looks at you and she raises an eyebrow. My lord, that is quite uncouth. I do not even know your name.
Here, I've got this.
Now we're gonna find out.
Yes. Well,
If you crit again, I'm gonna laugh so
I don't
hard.
need to say. I don't need to roll for this.
He just needs to.
I
come
say
up
it
with
in
a
the
name.
most. I give it like my most manliest voice. Let's see. Where did I put it?
You
My
may
name's-
need magic
my-
for this one.
My name's Vandir.
You really?
Silver Vandir. Silvar Vandir.
My lord,
I say it with a Bond accent.
my lord Van Deer, I'm afraid I have plans. And you see, she shoots a glance over at the other women. The other women shoot a disgusted-looking glance, and then she says, "If you'll excuse me," and she drifts away just when the others walk in.
Never compliment the dress or the looks. Compliment her personality.
Darn. The doctor couldn't do a persuasion check on that last one either.
That was that just the flow of the role playing. That was,
Okay.
There's
There you
no check that can succeed on that one.
The doctor tried. Oh well.
I'm giving you some realistic, real life scenarios that you can use.
Wasn't there a get better with women thing in the forums?
I think, like I said, your success depends on how much your allies help you.
So I need a wingman next time.
Don't even look at me.
So the rest of you walk in right after that happens. All the women now are not looking at you anymore, Doctor.
Darn.
Biggles trying to hold in his laughter.
Well, you're
I
not
know
sure
what's
what
going on.
happened. You just assume that happened.
Damn!
Yeah.
Wish I would have caught in soon enough.
As I walk in, I'd like to walk over to the ladies and ask them. And I like glance over at the doctor and ask, "Who's that?"
Oh, they're like, that man. He's so uncouth. He asked me lady to dinner. Oh.
The nerve of some men.
And then that one girl says, "Well, I think he's kind of cute." And then they all start giggling.
I say, "Well, I guess I've seen worse."
Says, "Indeed. Now, if only he were in some manly armor and carried a rapier like Lord Havisham, I think he'd be quite attractive." Doctor, you don't give any of this. They're keeping it out of your earshot.
I was more for axes myself, but hey,
I don't know if you're in this conversation either, Schmiegel.
Schmiggel's joining the ladies' conversation. You're right at their skirt level.
I suppose you're gonna walk over to these ladies.
I'm gonna say, yes, Lord Havisham is so handsome. I was having tea with him not an hour ago.
You have?
Just so you know, when
What an
Matilda
honor!
comes in and starts investigating, the doctor's gonna keep pretending to look around at the dresses,
Okay.
but he's gonna keep an ear open for anything Matilda is going to let loose.
Well,
say.
it's obvious that unless Matilda's talking loudly,
Unless she's talking.
it's obvious that all the ladies are trying to keep their conversation out of your earshot.
Okay.
Matilda is definitely going along with that. She's not like,
Yeah.
being.
She's trying to
boisterous.
blend in.
Okay.
Yes.
So Schmigel, as you walk, I guess you walk over to the ladies. They all straighten up and look at you.
I
No more
take off my
gossip.
helmet.
I,
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just with her.
if the ladies give me a glance, I reassure them it's not like that.
They all get into more conversation about how handsome Lord Havisham is. Once Schmigel walks away.
I would like to say that I agree that Lord Havisham is very handsome.
But you can tell
he-
that
he wouldn't
Brianna
give me
is
the time of day.
visibly looks upset as you guys are talking about how handsome Lord Havisham.
Is Brianna in this conversation?
She's in the conversation, but she's not saying anything. You can
Because
tell
I
that
was
she's
hoping to talk to the ladies without her. Well, she was still
Uh,
busy dealing with the dress.
Oh, you wait a little bit and then she goes to the back.
Okay, great.
I follow first.
You're gonna follow Brianna to the back?
Yeah.
As you follow Brianna to the back, she looks at you. She's like, "Customers are not allowed here," and she just
Oh, excuse me. My bad.
draws the curtain.
I would like to say that I would like to ask the ladies if they know of if Lord Havisham has his eye on anyone, because he wouldn't give me the time of day.
The ladies stare. The ladies just kind of stare at each other, and then they don't say anything.
Oh, come on, a
Come on.
handsome man like Lord Havisham.
Let's see a persuasion check.
All right.
Okay. The unattractive one looks eager to just to tell you, and then she pulls you over and she says, "That Brianna, haven't you heard? In the middle of the night, she just shows up at Lord Havisham's house." And the other two ladies pull her back and says, "Esmeralda, please. We shouldn't be spreading these such rumors of our friend."
Oh wow, I'm quite impressed that she managed to get that close to such a handsome man.
Esmeralda is about to say something, but the other two just hush her up with cold stares.
All right, Esmeralda's the ugly one, right?
She's not ugly. She's just
Well,
less
the
attractive than
uglier
the
one.
others. Yeah. None of them would be considered ugly. They're very well taken care of, have heavy makeup on, noble ladies.
Okay.
You guys got a tougher challenge than any combat here.
Yeah.
Well, Mathilda's eager to prove that she can do more than swing a big sword. Right, so Esmeralda's willing to talk, but her friends are holding her back. We need to split the group.
This is divide and conquer stuff.
Yeah. They are sitting around a table.
If you signal to the
three of
doctor, maybe he can steal one of them away.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're done. You're done.
You've been blacklisted.
One of them was interested in the yellow-robed man, right?
One of them was interested, but unfortunately he
I
did not
believe-
address her friends, and they pulled her away.
Yeah. Should always go for the friends first.
You have not yet given the doctor that piece of advice. He wouldn't know
Yeah,
that.
I have not given
That's
it. I
metagaming.
will not.
Thank you.
That is metagaming. You can't do that.
I'm giving just Felix some life advice. But let's see. What does Matilda do at this point? She continues to gossip with them for a little bit. If anyone else wants to go, I have to think of what her next move
So
is.
you continue to gossip about them, and most of their gossip is useless information, like, oh my God, did you hear she wore that? Kind of information.
I go along with that as well as I can.
But every now and then, the conversation gets back to Lord Havisham, and most of it is overwhelmingly just about all of the things that he does, and how handsome he is, how dashing he looks in that tunic.
I heard he even chased off the barbarian here not long ago.
Oh yes, isn't that just a feat of absolute courage?
Indeed it is. I wish I could have been there.
Says, well, only Brianna's the only one who saw what happened, but you can ask her about it.
Oh, I'm sure that it is a traumatic event for her. I wouldn't want to trouble her.
He says, and then the unattractive one says, she doesn't look trouble to me. And then the other two just shut her up again with cold stares. Okay, Brianna comes back out again, and she says, oh, well, it's such a pleasure to see you again. How can I help you today? Would you be interested in that dress you looked so beautiful in last time?
Oh, not today, thank you. I was just here to look for some pleasant company, which I indeed have found. And I look specifically at Esmeralda as I say so.
And she says, and your companions? And she looks around at the other people that you brought in today.
Well,
Hi, pleasure to meet you.
they insist on coming along with these things. I whisper conspiratorially, I'm not quite sure why.
She curtsies to you.
Also, I
Schmigel.
don't know the one in the yellow.
Actually, Miss Esmeralda, might I ask you something?
She looks at you shyly.
First I'd like to ask maybe a little bit of business.
She's like, what business could you have with me, my lord? She looks at you shyly, and her friends are looking at you as well. And
Well,
one of them, they actually start stepping up and trying to flank her.
Well, I actually noticed Matilda had a very ravishing dress yesterday. I was wondering if I could purchase it for her.
Oh, you're talking to Brianna. Esmeralda's
sorry.
that less attractive one.
Whoops! Sorry.
Oh, she would definitely take offense to that.
Brianna says, yes, should I go get it?
I think it'd look lovely on her.
And
If you
then-
don't mind, Matilda.
And
Matilda
then
is quite
the
confused.
the girls whisper to each other, and actually you guys overhear it. And then one of the girls says, you think she's with a dwarf?
Ouch.
I never. Brianna goes back to the back again to get that dress.
Oh, Schmigel, what are you doing?
You're blowing everything, Schmigel.
I'm sorry, I thought I'd do something nice, damn it.
Brianna comes back with the dress, and all the ladies are looking at the two of you really funny now. Like, they're kind of curious.
If you ladies are wondering, no, we are not together.
And then she said, no, we weren't wondering that.
Matilda here saved my life, and I'd like to repay her.
Oh, well, that's extremely impressive. And Brianna says, "Well, this dress is the price is a bit steep, but as you can see, the quality is more than worth it." And she just turns over the price tag. She doesn't say the price. It's 1,500 gold.
Schmigel has a heart attack.
Matilda,
It's more than your plate mail.
Matilda didn't even bring this much money.
You brought about 2,000, but you've used about 200 previously.
I thought 2,000?
Yeah, I mean, any
Wow.
more than 2,000 is too much gold to bring anyway.
No, I thought I only had 1,000.
Oh, you did? I'll give you 2,000. Why not? You have
All right.
2,000, but you've used about 200 previously.
Alright, I'll up my... That doubles the GP count that I had.
The party only has how much gold? 1,799 gold.
Wait, now I have 1,800 on my person.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of money, but this dress will be about half of the gold you have collectively to purchase. And Brianna doesn't even bat an eye, like this is normal.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I'm afraid you caught me a bit off guard. I do not have the money to serve you. Maybe sometime in the future, I'll see if I can work my way up to getting that wages worth.
She looks at you as if you're a sick puppy, and she nods.
Thank you, and Schmigel leaves the room.
Matilda, like, she eyes Schmigel, not quite sure what to think. Whether that was some kind of tactical move in this game of information gathering, or whether it was just a real...
I thought you guys were gonna cast a zone of truth and just wrest a confession from this lady.
I was gonna do that, but this is more fun.
Yes. Much more fun.
But maybe playtime's over. Maybe we need to bring out the big guns.
Probably. If you decided that you could signal to the doctor to come in. If you don't have it, did you ever get the Zone of Truth spell?
No. I need to talk to...
Yeah, you would have to go to the temple and ask...
Yeah, my
her.
contact at the temple.
Okay. You see the doctor go back up to Brianna and says, "Excuse me, miss, but I'm afraid I don't think I can find exactly what I'm looking for here."
She says, "Well, if you change your mind, you're always welcome back."
I'll be sure to return. I nod to her and I nod to all the ladies.
And you get this despondent feeling that you just blew it.
Again. So, okay, so I'll just leave too.
Well, Doctor, we seem to be in the same boat. Let's go get plastered.
You don't know me, remember? Or are you just gonna start acknowledging me in the middle of everyone there?
No, I'm waiting for you outside, and I say,
Oh, okay.
let's get out.
Let's go, Schmigel. Looks
What
like
does
guys have
Eldrin
no
do?
luck in this game.
What is Eldrin still doing there?
Eldrin probably just arrives as we're leaving, I would assume.
I'm here.
I thought he was with you. Oh, that's right, he went to the warehouse.
Yeah, excellent roleplay of an Arctic Tundra.
Okay, let's forget about that hiccup. We are back online.
All right.
Live at 5.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the exciting adventures of Matilda and the middle-aged rich women.
I go where you guys
Housewives of
take me.
Icewindale.
This is sandbox. This is no railroad tracks here. I did not tell you to go anywhere. You guys have made these choices on your own.
Right. I'd like to hang around in the shop for a little bit until those women leave. Like, if they have anywhere to go, I want to walk with them.
So the women that were Brianna's friends, they eventually leave if you wait there an hour or so.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tail them?
Yeah. Eventually they're gonna split up.
There's gonna be no convenient meetup point where you suddenly bump into them like what are the chances?
I'm just gonna walk with them and chat.
Oh, okay. So they
I'm not gonna no stealth here.
as you become friends with them, they invite you to go and have some tea with them afterwards. That's where they're gonna go. You know, it's a hard day in the noble's life.
I don't know what time it is, by the way.
It is approximately 3 p.m.
Oh, tea.
And they say, oh well, you must come with us to the tea shop.
I go with them.
And then they're very interested in all this fancy armor you're wearing. They of course, they're being noble women of privilege, have never picked up a sword or done a hard day's work in their lives. And the fact that they're very interested in your life and talking to you about your being a paladin. And you guys walk out and go to the tea shop. Everybody else?
Okay, the doctor's conversing with Smiggle, and he talks about. The doctor says like, okay, so I finally got an idea of what that silk merchant you guys mentioned before.
Oh Christ, no.
What, Smiggle?
I can only see it in your head how the gears are turning. Just tell me. I'll be fine. Just let me just rub my head a minute. I feel a migraine coming.
Well, you see, I had to figure out an excuse to be in that shop. Because what's a man supposed to do going into a women's dress shop all alone? He has to be searching for something or have a reason. So I made it quite obvious that I was trying to pick up one of the women there. So to get maybe a little bit of information on her. But
Is that what you were doing?
quite obviously. Anyways, it seems like I couldn't get. I'm not quite skilled enough in that manner of speaking. Mathilda did quite a lot better than I.
I don't think a dress shop is where men kind of converse together. I think it.
No, not at all. But remind me, Schwingle, not to go into a dress shop again.
Just as long as you remind me. Agreed?
Agreed. And we fist bump, I guess.
Male bonding moment.
And Eldrin's with us too, right?
Have I gotten? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you would have gotten back by now, I guess.
So, let's figure this out.
You got my message?
At this point, the sun is setting. It's around 3
It's
p.m.
only 3. Oh yeah.
3 p.m. in Arctic. The sun is setting at this point.
Yeah, I guess we'd assume we'd be walking back towards our inn
Okay.
for dinner because we haven't eaten lunch. We must be hungry.
Okay, Matilda. What do you? Well, the rest of them walk back towards the inn. What are you gonna do with these ladies?
I want to ask them like subtly in between conversation. I want to steer the conversation back to this rumor about Brianna and Lord Havisham.
As you become a little bit more friendly with these women, they're less protective about what they're talking about, and you notice that the minute they leave Brianna's shop, all of a sudden they say nasty things about her.
Oh yeah, that's what I assume.
And they're like, that Brianna, she's a little tramp. Like she's
totally go along with them.
She's lulled Lord Havisham with her wiles. Those are the kind of things they say about Brianna.
She goes there at night, you say?
Yeah. I say
I wonder.
she agrees to anything a man would say. That's why Lord Havisham has her around. It's just lust. It's not love. Lord Havisham loves his wife.
Does his wife know about this?
Oh, I suppose not. Although, but even if she did, what's she going to do about it? And then one of the ladies say, "But wait, Speaker de Vesachane has passed a new law about a woman's right to her virtue, I believe it is. She can divorce him now." Like, oh, that would cause so much scandal. And they all giggle.
A scandal I'm sure that Lord Havisham would be keen to avoid.
It's like, Lord Havisham is a good man, but men are weak, as you know. Especially to the wiles of a fox like Brianna.
She does have, she does seem like a total tramp.
It's like, she says, yes, you being a paladin would definitely see that.
Yes, I have been trained by the Temple of Tyr to distinguish the disingenuous from honest people such as you.
And one of the ladies says, I wish that barbarian had killed her. And then the other two is like, oh, no, you didn't just say that.
I'm surprised that she didn't try to seduce him.
She probably did. She probably lied that whole trial. Nothing she says is ever true.
Does she make a habit of lying?
Oh, she's like a fox. She says one thing and turns around and does another, and you have a knife in your back.
Really? What kind of things has she done?
She's like, well, she said that Esmeralda, was wearing last year's dress, and clearly she wasn't.
Okay, I was looking for something a bit more wild, but okay.
Well, you have to wade through a lot of this pointless gossip to actually get any real useful information.
Okay, can we skip to that, or do we need to do more pointless gossip?
No, at this point, you pretty much gotten exhausted gossiping.
All right. I thank the ladies and I ask if I could see them again tomorrow and where they hang out.
They say that they love this tea shop and they will be here tomorrow in the tea shop same time.
Great. I'll pick them up there to testify. That this woman is a habitual liar. Character witnesses and all that.
Perfect. Love your reasoning.
I bid them farewell and I head for the Temple of Tyr.
Okay. You get to the Temple of Tyr and Rirja meets you again in the Temple of Tyr and she says, "My child, you have returned. How goes your quest to save the life of that barbarian?"
I have found this city a web of lies, and I need your help to unravel them.
But your faith will keep you.
Indeed it will, but my faith is not enough to convince some others.
What help do you ask of mine?
I would ask that you cast a zone of truth so that I can prove that statements made are true.
And then her eyes open wide and she says, "My, you ask a very powerful spell of me." And she says, "Do you not know that to cast magic in this city without the consent of those you cast it upon may be considered a crime?" She says, "Are you sure of your convictions in this?" Because I put myself at great risk if you would ask me to cast something such as this without the subject's consent.
I am sure that consent would be given.
Because perhaps I can, she says, I will be glad to help you, but perhaps you may help me as well in this. So I have a task that I need completed.
I understand. Time is of the essence here, though. Is this something that can be done quickly?
No, it is not a rush. It is something that you may do at your leisure.
I see. Then I am at the temple's disposal.
She says, over in the hills, and she points in a direction that is to the southeast, and she says near the town of East Haven, there lies an ancient temple dedicated to the god of the sun, as he was once called a Montador. And she says, it has come to my attention and through visions most dire and dark that temple is corrupted by forces that yet shield themselves from my vision. Says, I would have you explore that temple and investigate what these visions mean. Says, but you must be careful, for there is one in this town by the name of Mithan. She is a servant of the god Lathander. In fact, she does not refer to him as Lathander. She practices the old ways, and she refers to him as a Montador. She considers that site holy, and she would not have anyone go into it, even if it is to investigate such dire visions. Her point is set. Her opinions are unchangeable. And therefore I cannot do anything with her watching over me, but you, a servant of Tyr, may assist in this. If there is darkness there, it must be rooted out.
I couldn't agree more.
I'm going to mark it on your map. She gives you a very clear description of where this temple is located.
I'm supposed to go meet with Mithan, aren't I?
Yes. You see that? I marked it on your big map of where this temple is. She says, I am sure that you will get to the bottom of this. She says, now, for the spell you wish me to cast. If your convictions are strong and you stand by the truth of what you believe, I can aid you in this.
I thank you, Riodra. I will have to arrange for some things to be taken care of, but I thank you for your support.
Call upon me when you need me.
I take my leave. I'd like to meet up with my friends, especially the doctor.
Okay. You guys, I suppose, meet up back at the tavern or the inn you were staying at.
Smiggle and I were probably discussing
Kelvin's
how-
comfort.
Yeah, I assume, the doctor would have been plotting with Schmigel about how he could, or how they could get the lady to confess, or the silk merchant to confess preferably in public to a bunch of witnesses, preferably to the sheriff himself.
Now, how long do you guys spend just hanging out and eating and drinking?
We were probably doing that until Mathilda came up, or arrived.
Okay, it's around 5 p.m. now.
I'll go back to the warehouse and check in with my familiar.
It takes about 20 minutes. You arrive back at the warehouse, and your familiar has not tells you that nothing's really changed. Your alarm spell is still up.
Do you need to reset it?
Probably. It only lasts 8 hours.
It takes about an hour to set them all up, too.
You would need to recast it.
So, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Recast it for the night.
Getting towards evening time. What are you guys going to be up to?
Okay, so let's see, Schmigel, what were you and I plotting to get her to confess?
I figure more of the point, the proof is in the pudding.
You and your dwarven allegories are, what are they? Metaphors. Dwarven metaphors. Always involve food, don't they?
I have made some arrangement, friends, but...
Ah! Oh, sorry, you scared me.
When did you get here?
I only just returned from the Temple of Tyr. where I've arranged for the priest to assist us with a Zone of Truth spell.
Perfect.
All we need now is for a city official or a large amount of witnesses to be present and for the lady to actually speak.
I think we should. You think it would be wise to present our suspicions to the sheriff himself and possibly enlist his aid, or at least gain his consent?
Do we have anything material?
Material. Oh, well, we have our suspicions, at least.
Well,
We have.
are they grounded in anything strong enough to persuade the man?
I know the court records were pretty sketchy. It's a very flimsy
Well,
system
I
that
don't
they
think
have
that
set
the
up.
sheriff will go back on his own court records.
Unlikely. Did you find anything of a substance while out gallivanting with those other ladies?
I have some morsels of information that I distilled from them. Namely, that it is well known among the nobility that there is a relationship between Brianna and Lord Havisham. That the two knew each other intimately. As
Question
well
is-
as
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
as well as the fact that if Lord Havisham's wife were to be informed of this and it could be proven, he would be in a massive amount of trouble, and I am certain that he would be eager to avoid such a fiasco.
So it looks like we have two issues here. It seems that the only thing that was really supporting the silk merchant statement was the letter presented by Lord
Havisham.
And if he were to withdraw his statement, that would probably be enough to get the barbarian cleared. Because a single statement from one merchant who's not even a noble is not nearly.
I
enough
agree
to
that
convince
either Lord Havisham or Brianna must be broken.
Yes, it seems easily enough. We can either blackmail Lord Havisham and have him withdraw his statement, or we can get her to confess.
I agree
either way,
that
we
these are
need
the
some
routes
form of-
before us,
Either way, we
but they
need
don't
some
seem
form of
to.
evidence.
Sorry, go.
We need a piece of evidence.
Yes. So far, all we have is hearsay.
Let's see.
Somebody rolling some chips or something?
Oh no, that's
Dice?
playing with my dice.
In your mouth?
No, I'm playing with my dice in my hand.
Yeah, your mic is
think it's
picking
ice.
them up. Very
I
soft.
think it's ice. Is someone chewing on ice?
No, it's my dice.
It's so loud.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
very
playing
loud.
with it anymore. I'm not playing with it. Who's ever playing with it now?
So we can still hear this noise.
That's not me though.
Not me.
That certainly couldn't be me.
Okay, it's gone.
Okay, it was me.
Why don't we just leave a message by the old lords and see if he'll pick up on it.
The man seems composed.
Only composed when he feels that he's in charge. Once he knows that something's gone out, that composure will soon lose its way. It's only illusion.
So you feel we should proceed to push Lord Havisham?
We could. He could also push the good lady.
As you guys enjoy dinner and your drinks, it's around 7 p.m.
Oh, come on. We didn't spend an hour. We barely spent 5 minutes talking this
No,
over.
you were talking, but you spent another hour or so just eating and drinking, and unless you're doing something else.
I mean, I wanted to get these discussions done quickly because I know that we're on a time limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. The doctor's
I'm not going
knowledge.
to take in like a big meal and time to rest. In fact, Mathilda barely eats anything at all. She's very driven on this quest.
The doctor, what does he know about Mithan? Like, when would be the best time to normally visit a priest of such a temple?
Daylight hours. She's actually a priestess of the sun.
Okay,
So,
so
it
dawn
would be. Yeah, it would make a lot of sense that she's there in daylight hours.
and probably dawn would be a good time to visit her. Okay, the doctor will visit her at dawn. But let's see.
Just let me know when you're ready to turn in at night. I'll tell you.
I think the most certain way of being if we tried blackmailing Lord Havison, we run the risk of making a powerful enemy. The silk merchants, Bianca the silk merchant, is obviously the safer target for us. All we need to do is, if we can gain the sheriff's approval to use the Zone of Truth, and have him present, even if he's hiding when we cast it, we can trap her within it and possibly gain the information we need. I think this is a very solid course of action to take.
I don't know if the sheriff would cooperate.
No, we need we could. I'm sure one such as yourself would have more luck convincing him than I. You both would have the way he looked at me today. Obviously, he disapproves of my actions the other day. Someone with such a strong sense of justice as yourself would probably be able to bond with him quite well and persuade him to take the course of for justice.
Perhaps I could talk to him and get him to come out, but how are we going to persuade Brianna to actually speak?
I was hoping, I was there earlier, I was hoping to possibly get her alone at dinner, and I could possibly have weaseled it out of her. And with a Zone of Truth around, she would not have been able to lie.
She would know
shame
the
it
Zone
failed.
of Truth spell was cast, though.
You can't hide it underneath the carpet? Wouldn't it like make a ring on the floor and then you just put something over it?
Now, you feel when you enter it.
Oh, you do? Okay, so there's no way of not letting her know that it's there. Okay. Then we would need to...
I don't know how Mathilda knows this much about magic. I assume that she learned it at the temple.
Well, if it's a clerical spell, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not unreasonable that you know it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so annoying that magic can't be so easily hidden. That it's so obvious when it's cast.
It's already so powerful. Why can't it be more powerful?
Listen, most magic spells have a verbal component, and you have to chant out magical.
Really loudly, I guess.
Yeah, it's not just like you snap your fingers. There's some spells like that have only somatic components where you may be able to hide it, but...
I always assumed I could mumble it under my lips. It would work.
You need to concentrate.
This is not my dice.
This is mine, yeah. I should stop.
Or you can play with it, just don't put it near don't make it come out the mic.
No, it's since I put my mic on the side, it picks up more stuff. Because before when I'd play with it and my mic was further out and just in the direction of my mouth, it didn't pick anything else up.
All right.
Interesting.
We have to come to a decision here.
So here first, who do we agree on our target? Lord Havishmith or Bianca the Silk Merchant? Let's put it to a vote.
Either Brianna or Lord Havisham.
Brianna. I'm gonna vote for that we take down Brianna. She's the safer target.
Seems like the easier target too.
It might be easy to bring down the weakest link.
I
So
wish
then?
we could split up and do both.
If we could get both of them, because they're obviously in cahoots together. Could we bring them both down?
I don't see any way to force Lord Havisham to confession.
Well, theoretically, his statement says that anything that Brianna says is true, which means he's supporting her completely. If she turns out to have lied in court, he's supporting her lies, then he will be stuck there.
The most straightforward plan that I can think of is to drag her in front of the speaker, Brianna that is, force her into the zone of truth, and if she fails to resist it, just ask her to repeat her testimony.
But we'll need if you could speak to the speaker and persuade her to that. But we need at least a piece of substantial evidence. Let's see. From what you've told us, that her close friends have mentioned that she seems to be a bit of a liar, is she not?
Yes.
Okay, that's a place to start. So she doesn't have a very strong reputation. Let's see. Her statements prove inconsistent with what was actually produced and written in court. Her story is constantly changing. To you, she said she took the silks were stolen, and then they were probably pawned off to get gold. But then gold was returned to her. But then Lord Housemith says he saw no silks get taken. I don't know. Since you were given the right to investigate, such a statement from you to the speaker might prove sufficient to have a zone of truth cast on Brianna for to get a restatement from her, just to close things up, you know.
I see. Is the speaker still holding court at this hour?
No.
Unlikely. It would have to be in the morning.
No, it's like the DMV. There's business hours.
Sure.
It wouldn't be prudent for me to be seen there, so I will have to leave this job up to you people. Take care of it. I'll have, there's something else I need to take care of at dawn anyways. I have to visit a priestess by the name of Mithan tomorrow, concerning my connections to the Harpers.
I see. So then all that remains is to find a way to get Brianna to come to the courthouse for her confession. We can't very well just walk up to her and arrest her. We haven't been given that kind of authority.
No, you talk to the speaker, present your case that you believe a zone of truce would be an easy way to determine or to prove if her statements are true, because of the inconsistencies you have found, and to get a final consent. Of course, if it does prove that she has been telling the truth, then we are at a loss.
Then she was honest, and the barbarian should die.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I still disapprove of him being frozen to death. I'd rather him get...
Such is the law of this place.
The doctor's looking at you impatiently, but then he takes a deep breath and says, "Hopefully, it will not come to that." Anyways, so does this seem like a good plan to you?
I look around the room for supporting opinions.
Aye. That should be it. That should work.
It's not as watertight as I would like.
No, it's definitely risking it's definitely taking a leap of faith that the speaker does want to have this case closed. It's important that you mentioned that this is the quickest way to resolve this issue. Quickest and cleanest.
However, I must say that I am surprised by how much faith you are willing to put in me.
You've proven yourself once before that you are capable of dealing with people I most certainly do not like dealing with. So I will leave it to you to do that dirty work.
Aw, touchy-feely.
Yeah,
moment.
Doctor, I have to applaud you for actually creating positive relationships with your party mates, because I told you that you're going to need them. As opposed to antagonistic relationships in which they'll let you die when the time comes. Not to say that time will come.
The doctor's going to be very reluctant to do this because he's trusting by nature. So he's going to, but it's definitely a step towards he can concede that he is bad with dealing with nobles. Yeah. So he will leave that to those that are skilled with it.
Well, I think you're stepping in the direction of cooperative. with your character. I'm not saying you don't have to. You can actually go the other direction if you want. And be more discordant with the party.
No. All right. We get the idea.
The doctor takes the most logical route, or one of the most logical routes.
Okay.
All right.
Have you ended the discussion for the night?
I would assume. Let's see.
Is there anything? Go ahead.
Does Eldarin have the ability to cast suggestion as well?
No.
It's a level 2 spell. If you need suggestion cast, you need the doctor.
Yeah, but I can't really have the doctor in there.
Why you want me to? You would theoretically want me to cast it on the speaker?
No. I in the case that Brianna would be unwilling to cooperate.
Oh, you can always have the doctor then. There's no reason why he couldn't be near Brianna. Him being near the speaker would be another issue. His presence would be considered a little sketchy. But you could always have him there persuading her to concede to the truth, to the zone of truth.
Yeah, I would. It would help if she willingly underwent the zone of truth and didn't try to avoid answering the questions asked of her.
Yeah, but you could definitely have the doctor there to help pick her up, but when she's actually and bring her to the zone of truth. But having him there during the whole procedure might be enough to make him think that he would be interfering or something.
As long as you cast your magic openly and clearly, with so that all know what the intent and effect of the spell is.
Yeah, but there's no problem that the doctor wouldn't be able to be there to suggest that she cooperate.
I'm just
he basically goes
wary of the scrying,
cooperate with this matter. That's essentially what he would all have to say is that suggest that she cooperate, and then if it works, she'll cooperate. That's all he needs to suggest, and that'd be just when you're picking all of her.
Remember, she has to fail your saving throw too.
Yeah, assuming that does.
If she does,
of course, if you can get authorization to bring her in by force, that's also a good secondary action. But of course, that would certainly cause a scene.
Never let it be said that Mathilda's afraid to cause a scene.
And here I thought you were supposed to be a gentle, noble lady.
I am, when the situation calls for it.
The doctor smirks. Alright, I have an early start tomorrow morning.
So do I.
Y'all. Very well. Do you wish me to... I will leave Strax with you tomorrow. He will bring a message to me post-haste if you would like my help picking up Brianna.
Very well. What does Strax look like?
He just pops out from underneath. He just slides out from underneath my hat. You see a small dragon.
He's a pseudo-dragon.
I know what he is, but I'm just wondering what this particular one looks like.
Oh, this one, he's black and gold.
Oh, he's a black pseudo-dragon?
No, black and gold. So he's like a metallic gold with black tinges all over him.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And Doctor, cast me invisible, and I'll sneak out at night and go alarm the room.
Your alarm will last for 8 hours.
Okay.
What?
Your alarm will last through the morning.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
If anyone else wants to do some night sneaking about, because I explained to Schmidt the people I ran into the night before to Schmigel with who had the same emblem on their swords as the one that he got in the letter.
Actually, I'd still like to sneak out to the warehouse just to see if anything happens during the night.
Okay, at what time are you going to get to the warehouse?
Probably around 2.
2 p.m.?
I think I'm gonna go along with Eldarin.
Okay.
Why don't you put both of us invisible then?
Sure.
Before we go
I
back.
also tell Schmigel the place where I ran into the two people before in the previous, I guess the inn, in case he wants to look about for more information there.
Aye.
So
Again.
at 2 p.m. you're going to go back to the warehouse?
And will be invisible.
Yeah, both of them are invisible.
That unfortunately at 12 p.m. your alarm spell goes off.
Oh, well then I'll rush over there.
Yeah, all of us rush over. So I didn't even have to cast invisibility on them.
Oh, you didn't get the chance to cast invisibility on them.
No, I would have cast it just before they left anyways.
So, what happens is your alarm spell starts going off, but then before your alarm spell fully takes its course, you notice it was cut short.
Uh-oh.
That's very strange.
Okay, let's
Normally, you have the alarm spell, you get the message ringing in your head, and then, and then the spell ends. But before the message starts ringing and then is cut off.
Okay, we're all gonna sprint there as fast as we possibly can. If there's any horses outside, we're gonna jump on them and go.
Okay, you run down to the warehouse and you notice that even as you're getting close to the warehouse, you smell the smell of smoke in the air. And it's pretty clear that the warehouse is burning. You get to the warehouse and you see that there's smoke coming from the windows of the warehouse. Eldrin, what is your familiar doing when you get over there?
Yeah, hopefully he's rushing to somewhere near a window or an exit, but I will, when I start communicating with him,
well, the minute you start communicating with him, I need him to roll a stealth.
Okay.
Better be high.
That's high.
That's high. So your familiar sees that there are a lot of figures, and what happens is that previous to this, give me a second. Oh, something.
How long did it take us to get there from when the alarm
Well,
went
you
off?
sprinted there. It's like 20 minutes.
Okay.
You didn't just go there at a normal pace. You pretty much ran there. I'm assuming.
It still took 20 minutes to get there?
It's on the other side of town.
Okay. And it's about, what, a kilometer wide?
Yeah.
The town?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Because I know from personal experience of cross-country running, I can do about 7 kilometers in half an hour.
Yeah, but can a doctor run like that?
If he's doing both of them.
If you cast a spell, you can fly over there somehow, I guess. But with a normal running distance, fine. It takes 15 minutes. Does it make a difference? Same thing happens.
Okay. At least it'd be less chance of it.
It doesn't.
You still arrive exactly
so,
at the nick of time.
I'd say the doctor would be able to do it in 10.
Eldrin, because you guys are on the train tracks now, so Eldrin, you're
Mathilda isn't even entirely sure why she's on these train tracks.
Oh man.
Train tracks? There's train tracks in this town? Does that mean we're slowly going into steampunk style?
We're slowly moving into Eberron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of, I wouldn't mind doing an Eberron campaign at one point.
Your familiar sees a bunch of shadowy figures crawling out of that crevasse on the bottom. It's able to hide in a corner where these figures have not seen it. And you see, your familiar saw that one of the figures, and he tells you this in retrospect. He tells you that one of the figures takes out this stone and looks around, finds your alarm spell, and then crumbles the stone into dust. And that dispelled your alarm spell, but not before you got it. And then your familiar tells you that he sees these figures. Sees these figures kind of taking a torch and spreading oil around and taking a torch and lighting the basement on fire. They're all in the basement, but you see that some of the figures take hiding positions. And then you
see the basement.
Yeah, in the basement. It's very dark down there. You see that there's one person. The familiar hears that there is one gruff voice giving commands. He says, "Take positions. They're coming." He's like, "There's magic at work here. Take positions."
Can I get a count of how many?
Give me a perception check on your familiar. Because in trying to hide and trying to see at the same time, he's hiding behind a barrel. There are at least 3, probably more.
Oh. And is my familiar in any immediate danger?
He was able to hide from these guys.
From the flames?
Not from the flames. You see that they're just beginning to set the place on fire.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Out of game question. Is the doctor's ray of frost spell strong enough to extinguish small amounts of fire? Like, can I use it as an extinguisher? Essentially, if I spent a turn trying to extinguish a section of flame.
You can try it. I'll probably make you roll some stuff.
Okay. So as long as I know it's possible, because the doctor would know his spells if it's possible or not.
And how heavy is this? Is our chest or our crate? Is it something we can lift up and pull out?
It's
Yeah,
as long
you
as
can-
it doesn't get too hot in there.
You
when
can
it's-
lift up the crate and
it's
pull it out. One person can do it. It doesn't seem like these shadowy figures even notice your crate. They're just trying to set the place on fire.
Oh, I see.
Do we?
Well, I will relay that to everybody.
Okay.
You guys are standing right in front of the warehouse. It's a
Okay.
very quiet night. Doesn't seem like anyone else is around, but the smell of smoke is starting to permeate the air.
Anybody want to draw him out? We have to act fast. I'll try to extinguish the fires as best I can, but I'll need someone to keep cover on me.
But the fire is in the basement, right?
Yeah, this started in the basement, but there's a little bit
Yeah,
of
so we're
smoke
not-
coming out the windows now.
We have to get inside first. We're not even.
Okay, let's go. But who wants to go in first? Schmigel?
Do it!
Let's go, Schmigel. The doctor starts dragging Schmigel along.
You know,
Dorman battering ram.
Why don't? Now, there's an entrance to the basement, right?
There's a front door, there's a back door. Those are the two entrances into the warehouse. The entrance into the basement is from the main floor.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll assume there's no one on the first floor and kind of rush to the.
Well, your familiar was not able to get to the first floor because it's hiding to tell you if there's
Right.
anybody on the first floor. Like I said, there's very little
Oh.
space on the first floor. Most of it is just
No, but-
packed with boxes.
Didn't they come out of the crack?
They came out of the crack, which is on the basement.
So he would have noticed that someone went up the stairs, right?
Yeah, he didn't see anybody go up the stairs.
Okay,
So to the basement.
to the basement.
Who's going and who's staying?
Doctor's definitely gonna be one of the first ones down, and he'll have his mage armor triggered on, and he'll have his
What's
staff.
the marching order?
Why don't we do a marching order?
Yeah, I need a
I'll go
marching order.
first.
Okay, so Schmigel and the doctor are going down first.
And I do cast a mage armor too.
Okay, and Matilda, what's the marching? Where are you in the marching order?
Matilda takes up the rear then, I guess.
Okay. Takes up the rear. Alright, you guys get into the first level. You notice that the smoke is getting pretty thick. You look around, there's nothing around you in the first level. The same as before. There's stairs leading down into the basement.
Is there anything I can do to snuff out the fire, or?
There's no fire on the first floor, so all the fire's on the bottom, it seems.
Ah.
Smells of smoked wood.
Smells a lot like oil. Ugh. Alright, shall we head to the basement then, see if we can snuff it out from there?
Actually, let's talk it over here for about 10 minutes first.
Matilda, do you want to try to pull the crate out?
I think the crate is in no immediate danger.
All right,
It's probably fine.
that makes
now.
sense.
We'd rather save the whole warehouse first.
That makes sense.
Schmigel, we might need your cloak to snuff out the fire.
You're just hell-bent on getting rid of this cloak, aren't you? Do I smell a jealous elf or something? Or is that just the oil? Huh.
Tell me when you guys want to head downstairs, or if you want to head downstairs.
We're definitely heading downstairs.
Yeah.
I
Are you
assume we
heading-
do that almost instantaneously.
Are you
We
going
don't
down
actually
as a
stand
group?
around.
Or are you going down one at a time?
I guess Schmigel and the doctor are going down together, quickly.
Okay. So you're all going down as a group, correct? You can. It's not.
I would
the
assume,
stairs
yes.
are- Okay. As the minute you get downstairs, you see two figures. They're thuggish-looking figures. They have masks on their face. They're already waiting for you. They're meeting you right down there, and they are approximately. Let me do a measurement here. They're about 20 feet away from you. Everybody, as you get downstairs, I need a perception check. I need a perception check that beats a 20.
Ooh.
Yeah. Not messing around anymore.
Do I get advantage?
Is there a reason you get advantage?
I'm just begging and pleading, that's all.
Aw.
We roll good
Now,
perceptions, but I guess
Actually,
not
do
good
we get
enough.
advantage because my familiar's down there watching this whole thing?
That's a bit of a stretch. I can let your familiar roll perception. Your familiar may roll a perception in addition to this.
I don't have a character sheet for my familiar.
It's
What's
usually
his
like a
perception
plus,
mod?
It's usually like a +2 or something.
That was my roll, minus...
Yours is +2.
That's a 19, a roll of a 19.
Oh yeah, +2 and proficiency. But a 19 roll should get him a 20.
Okay, everybody except Eldruin is surprised.
Oh,
Eldrin, you roll initiative.
alright. Na-na-na-na-na.
I'll be back for a second.
If I can find it.
Oh, he's...
Ooh, sweet.
Oh, I'm sorry, let me see. I may have to add you guys back because you rolled it off the wrong map.
Oh.
You know when that
Oh, no,
happens?
it carries over now.
Yeah.
It didn't used to, but it does.
It does? How,
Can I roll
how-
initiative too?
No, you're
They-
surprised. You, Schmigel, and Matilda are surprised. This is what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do. I'm going to roll a d6. Okay?
Huh.
1 to 2, Doctor. 3 to 4, Schmigel. 5 to 6, Matilda.
You
We
could
ready?
just roll a d3.
Oh, yeah, but... in real life, there is no d3, so I didn't...
Just because you've never seen one doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I don't know how geometrically it can exist. Okay, it's Matilda. I'm sorry, Matilda. You're the
It's
lucky
all-
gal.
I'm sorry. That's bad when the DM apologizes for attacks.
It's not
I was
a
hoping
yes.
it'd be the doctor.
Matilda can take a beating.
Are you sure about that?
She's got an 18 AC.
Okay.
And she still has 7 temporary hit points.
Oh, right, we all have 7 temporary hit points, don't we?
We all keep them, right? They don't disappear?
They don't disappear, but I don't know when I've last refreshed yours. Or anyone's.
Do they need refreshing?
Unfortunately, this time you're not going to be able to carry because it's been like more than a day since you cast it, right?
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
It's not really a cast, it's just a...
Yeah. Since
Actual, it's not magic, it's inspiration.
at the same time, it's been more than like a day, right?
Probably worn
sure.
off by now.
That's
I
why
thought
I'm
they
going to
don't
say.
wear
You
off.
guys are no longer inspired. It's fine.
Oh.
I thought about doing it as we ran into combat.
You have to
but it's kinda
understand
hard to do
why I
it.
have to put limitations on that. It doesn't
Oh,
carry
sure.
on forever.
Sure.
It's not that I'm trying to be an ass or anything.
No,
Actually,
no,
yes,
I
I'm trying to be an ass.
Okay.
Oh,
Then I'm disappointed in you.
What
Previously,
did I
was
do?
okay. What did you do?
Oh, I thought someone yelled my name.
I have to reduce this turn order because it does weird stuff. I'm still keeping your initiatives. Only Matilda has only Eldruin has an initiative, so he's the only one I'm putting in right now for this round.
For the surprise round.
So Eldrin, you get to act while everybody else gets surprised. And you rolled highest in initiative, so you go first. You walk downstairs and you see these two guys. They have these masks on their face. You don't see anything else, but you do hear with your perception roll. You hear that there's people walking on the top area on the beams of the ceiling.
Huh? Where is that exactly? Is
Above
that in
you.
between
And I
the
can't
first
see 'em?
floor and the second floor?
Yes. They're on the beams of the ceiling of the basement.
But if he looks up, he doesn't see them.
You don't see them, but you hear them. They're definitely there.
Can I get an estimate on, is it 5 or 2 or?
It sounds definitely more than 2.
Oh, okay. And are these masks like gas masks, or are they just
No, there's no gas
hiding
masks.
masks?
They're like ninja masks.
Oh, okay.
Anonymous masks.
Yes, they're masks to protect identity. There's no such thing as gas masks, I don't think, unless they're magic.
Well,
Magic gas mask.
Anything.
Yeah, a mask of protect against gaseous form.
So I get to move?
You get to take
do
a
whatever.
turn.
Okay, I will move over here and Thunderwave.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm having
Actually, no,
technical
I'm not. I'm gonna
difficulties.
just attack one of them.
I'm having a few technical difficulties. Just give me a second.
No problem.
Sometimes these overlays don't like me. Okay, so you're gonna move over there. Are you going to attack one?
Yeah. Is this the fire right here?
Yeah, there's a fire there.
An uncontrolled.
It's very small right now. It's not like it's spreading wildly or anything.
Okay, I will move back here and attack him, and attack this one.
Hold on, this guy is in the monster manual. Let me open him up. Go, make your attack.
What is he a were-rat? These guys look human, right? From the
They look
body
human.
parts
They don't
that,
look like
that we can
were-rats.
see.
Your macro's dead.
No, they got all mixed up. Nothing's in order anymore. There we
Weasel
go.
has a +3 to perception, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. The 7 obviously is a miss, but the 16 is a hit as you crack it with your fist. With your fist, I'm assuming that's.
Yeah.
For 5 damage.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That is your turn.
Supposed to be more. Yeah.
Okay. The next
And
thing
also, this ladder. Is there anyone up the ladder?
you don't know yet.
Can
But
I see?
now,
Oh.
but the next turn, it's obvious there is someone up the ladder.
Oh.
You hear a voice from behind up the ladder. You hear this voice giving commands, and it says, "Now! Strike now! Take them down one at a time, and don't make sure you don't stop until they're dead." And he points to Matilda. "That one first!"
Ooh.
It's a bold move.
Matilda, are you ready for this?
No, that's why this is a surprise round.
Okay, 3 rogues jump out from the rafters, getting surprise on you. All 3 of them getting advantage on you. All 3 rogues, each of them are holding 2 weapons. That's 6 attacks with advantage. Plus
Go
sneak,
for it.
Plus sneak attack. 15, 18, well, we got a 15,
Alright, that's
18,
yeah, it's
16, 15, 24.
18, 19, and 24 hit.
What is your AC?
It's 18.
Okay, so let's see, that is 2 plus 1 plus 7 plus I have to roll an extra for a crit.
Ouch.
And how many successful strikes is that on you? Let's see, 1,
3.
2, 3. So each of them made a successful strike. That's 3 sneak attack damages also.
Yeah.
Okay, 16 plus 8 plus 5 plus 10.
How much is that in total? 21, 31, 39.
Plus 8 plus 5 plus 10. 39. Oh boy.
Yeah, that kills me,
You're not dead.
or
You're
rather
unconscious.
knocks me down. It doesn't.
So
outright.
these three ruffians viciously drop down from the rafters and start striking at you, immediately taking you down.
Oof, ouch.
I hope someone's got a healing potion.
Death save, Matilda.
But is it already my turn?
Oh,
I
I'm
did-
sorry. I'm sorry. It's a surprise round. It's not your turn. I don't know why you're in initiative.
Oh, do we get to roll initiative yet?
No, this is still surprise. Well, actually, no. Only these three guys have surprise on you. So now it's time for initiative. So Matilda, Schmigel, and Doctor, roll initiative, please.
Do you need a new initiative? I rolled one before this.
I'll
but...
keep yours. I'm sorry about that. It's only the rogues that have surprise. Those other two guys were in clear view. And let's see. Okay, this is the beginning of a new round. That previous round was a surprise round. With the beginning of the new round, Eldrin, you get to go again.
Can I see the bad dude up in the rafters at all yet?
You see
They've all dropped down on
over
me.
here. You see that there's a crossbow that's popping out over these barrels. You don't see his face though.
Is that where the voice came from?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, are we going to be using the new, or from that video you posted for the ways to describe combat
I would love it if
situations?
you guys would do that.
Okay. Did everybody watch that
So-
video?
So while Matilda is
Matilda,
dropping
you
to
have
the ground-
inspiration, and Doctor, you have inspiration. Just want to remind you.
Yeah, it's not much use for me now.
I'll
might
let you
wanna
use
use
it on
it
a
on a
death
death
roll
roll.
if you really want.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it comes to that, I'll use it, but I hope I won't have to.
I'm
in a
abiding
situation
by
like
that
that.
D6 I rolled. It could have been a Doctor on the ground. It could have been Schmigel. Well, I'm not sure it would have been Schmigel on the ground if he was attacked.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Eldrin.
Eldrin,
Okay.
you see
can't-
Matilda go down as these three guys just drop down and slice her up.
I cast the web spell on these two.
Okay. It is a dex save, correct?
I believe so. And then it's strength after that.
We have an 11 and a 14. I think they both fail.
Yeah, it's a 15.
Okay.
And then on my move action, is this guy... Do I have to climb up the ladder to get to the barrels?
Yes,
or?
you do. You go
Okay.
half speed going up the ladder, and the ladder is approximately, let's say it's 5 feet, 5 or 10 feet. Actually, no,
Oh,
I have to specify it's 5 feet. So you have to double.
Okay,
You have to.
I have a 40-foot movement base, so
You can get up there.
that's 15. So, yeah, I get up there no problem.
You want to go up there? Okay.
Yep.
Let me take off the dynamic lighting for you.
Okay.
Why don't I just remove this whole thing? No use for it anymore.
Okay, let me see how far I can actually get then. So that's
Like 7 foot to that, and then 10 foot to
10
get
feet
up it,
there.
and then another 20 feet to get to that guy.
I can get to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get to him. Even
Wanna
with
get to
the... Yeah. And then
Fi-
I'm going
Final answer?
to... Yes, I'm going to get to him.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to... Then I'm going to take an extra attack round, or an extra unarmed attack on him.
Is this using
Flurry.
a key point?
Yes, flurry of blows.
Okay.
I thought you could only do that if you attacked with a weapon previously.
With a martial weapon, which my staff is.
No,
But you cast a spell.
You cast
Oh,
a
but I
spell.
did cast-
You have to make an attack,
You're right,
so you
right,
can't
you're
do
right.
flurry
That's
blows.
right. I do not do that. I give him a kiss on the cheek.
You see that this is a hobgoblin. You guys have faced these guys before, but this guy is very well armored. He has a very fancy-looking heavy crossbow in his hand. He turns to you, and you see this
No,
blaze.
I got it.
What?
I use a key point. I use a key point to dodge while I'm there.
Okay. He's got a very fancy-looking crossbow in his hand. He also takes out a... What is he equipped with? He also takes out a... You can see that strapped to his back is a greatsword. When he sees you coming, he's putting away his crossbow and he's drawing his greatsword. He can't completely do it, not on his turn. But he's drawing his greatsword ready to attack you. He says, "Who are you? And how dare you challenge me?" And in fact, it is his turn.
Yes, it is his turn.
Okay, he's gonna take a swing at you with his greatsword two times. I said great axe, but it's actually great sword.
You said
Okay.
so.
11 plus a 23.
Plus 23?
Both are at disadvantage.
No,
because of
I'm
his
sorry,
dodge.
not a plus. One is an 11, one is a 20. I'm sorry. That was a
Oh.
mistake.
So 10 and 20.
11 plus 23 is... I believe the 20 is going to hit because you're dodging, so he hits you at the disadvantage. So the 20 is going to do 7 damage to you. As he ferociously swipes his sword at you and he grazes you. But it hurts.
Okay.
Don't forget it hurts.
Ouch.
And then it's the rogue's turn again. Oh boy.
So one of the rogues says, "Go get the others! I'll finish her, dumb wench." So Matilda, one rogue, he drops his second weapon, he takes his primary weapon, and he stabs down at you. This is at advantage.
I fail a death save.
If he hits.
Which I assume he does.
Only the first attack applies, which is a 23. So that's one failed death save as he's trying to coup de grace you. The other two rogues, one of them comes to the doctor, one of them goes to the Schmigel. And they are staying within 5 feet of each other to maintain their sneak attack. Doctor, this one's on you.
Mm-hmm.
24 and a 5. 5 is a miss.
Ouch.
24 is a hit with a crit. That's
Ouch,
6,
okay.
6 damage plus an additional d6. 8 damage on you. Not that bad.
No.
But he's within his ally, so he gets a sneak attack on you. You ready for the sneak attack?
Okay, go.
5.
Ouch. Ouch.
Schmigel, this one's on you. You ready?
Yep.
I'm already like half health.
He misses you, Schmigel, with your 22 armor class. Not even a chance. This he stabs at you and just he meets nothing but plate mail. Damn it! We should have killed the dwarf first.
You should have bought better butter knives.
Okay, Schmigel, you're up. Schmigel,
Schmigel just
the
looks
situation looks dire. Matilda, after being taken down, has been stabbed.
Schmigel just looks at the 3 thieves in front of him with...
A healing potion would come in really handy.
Our healer's down.
Yeah.
And Schmigel bellows out, "Dwarven Rage!" And Schmigel is going to... what is he going to do?
There you go. Your ally is in a lot of trouble.
Force the healing potion down
Not that
Matilda's
the
throat.
doctor is in some trouble too, but not as much as
Yeah,
your-
the doctor won't last another round if he doesn't get out.
Schmigel holds himself back. Got to think carefully. And Schmigel's gonna move around the guy and stuff a...
Schmigel, as you move around there, this guy's gonna opportunity attack you.
Go for it.
Only the first attack applies, and it misses.
Come on, Matilda, you can hold it.
What are you doing with Matilda? Stabilizing, healing?
I'm gonna give her a healing potion and trying to push it down her throat.
Okay, you get to your you cradle Matilda's head in your hands as you get to your knees and put the healing potion in her mouth. It's 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, I gotta make the roll?
Yeah, you make the roll. You're delivering the potion.
Oh, okie doke. 2d4 plus 2.
Matilda, you are back up to. I think it's you start healing at 1, so you're back up to 8 hit points. As you feel those healing energies course through your body, giving you strength.
Awesome.
And it's your turn.
Because it's my turn now.
I'm sorry. Let me reorder the initiative. I don't know why this thing's going crazy like this. And then let me go warp to your turn.
Alright.
Okay.
So Mathilda's gonna stand up. She uses her sword to lift herself off the ground.
And you're bleeding pretty badly from all these cuts you've had.
Yeah.
As these vicious foes nearly killed you. It's time for revenge.
Indeed it is. Let's see. What is the best? What would Mathilda do?
You tell
Mathilda's
me.
gonna kill these fuckers.
Matilda
That's
is
what she's gonna do.
yours. You tell me.
Mathilda could lay on hands herself and get her up to more comfortable HP levels, but she's not going to do that. She casts, she casts Shield of Faith on herself
Okay.
for an extra 2 AC. And then she's gonna chomp the guy.
Is Shield of Faith a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she's gonna greatsword the guy that attacked the doctor.
Okay, so this guy over here.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see it. Unfortunately, you're so injured that you're a little bit off mark, and he nimbly dodges out of the sword's path. He says, "I told you to kill her! Don't you know these adventurers? They're just gonna feed each other healing potions for hours. We have to kill them one at a time." That's actually said by that guy on the top.
All right.
The one that's
That
about
was
to
my
die?
turn.
Yeah, the one that's in your face. Doctor.
As Matilda gets up and swings her greatsword at
Yes,
the guy
yes.
attacking me,
That was awesome. Yes.
with the slight distraction that he causes him to get out of the way, I move ever so slightly to the side to put all 3 of those guys in my line, and I thunder wave all of them at level 2.
Okay. There's Constitution checks for all of them, correct?
Correct.
Let me get their Constitution modifier up. Because I have the way my stuff is arranged, I have it all over the place. I gotta look it up a little bit.
I'm gonna send them all flying into the wall.
Okay.
So
And
just
then come
I'm
up
gonna
and
do
help
3d8.
Eldrin.
I'm gonna do 3d8 damage to these guys. Hopefully.
Okay. They have a 0 to their Constitution. I'm
Good,
just gonna
that's
roll
what
it
it is.
flat. I have a 12, a 2, and a 19.
19 succeeds.
19 succeeds, the other 2 fail. Roll your damage. Okay, 11 damage. So that's 11. The 2 that are closest to you are the ones that failed because they're just so close to the spell radius. So this guy fails and he gets pushed back 10. This guy fails. And if you get pushed or slid, there's no opportunity attacks with it in this game. Minus 11. And the third one, a little bit outside of blast, succeeds, but still takes a good amount of damage.
Whoa, that guy went a diagonal way. He so would have went into the third guy. No, it's fine. I'm just being a dick. Okay. And the doctor's
Cut it
gonna...
out.
As the doctor does that, with a big blast of sound and electricity, as the blast finishes, he suddenly disappears with a misty step, and he's gonna reappear 30 feet away.
He could just walk there.
If you do too many
Oh, yeah, I
misty,
could.
if you do too much misty step, one day I'm gonna dimensional shackle you. But go ahead. Where are you gonna go?
Okay, I'm not.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So
Just
I'm
messing
actually
with you.
I'm gonna save my spell slot, and I'm gonna move, I guess, over here, try to get some cover.
Okay.
Let's see. That guy with the crossbow, he's shooting over the barrels.
He's not shooting right now because Eldruin has
Okay.
him distracted.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna go over here. I see those guys are webbed, and I'm gonna put myself out of the range of those guys, essentially.
Okay.
So their range is 30 feet, I guess.
You don't know. That's not
I'm-
information you would know.
so I'm
Their
gonna-
range
They
may be
look like-
300 feet.
Okay, so I guess
They
I'm
look
gonna-
like humans, right?
Yeah, they look like
So-
humans.
Yeah. So I'll have run 30 feet over to about here, I guess.
Okay. And that's the end of your turn. It's the thug's turn. And I'm going to roll strength checks for them. Okay, their strength is +2. So I got an 18 +2 and a 9 +2. The 18 +2, he breaks out of the web, but that's the end of his turn. He breaks out of the web, but he looks around, surveying what happened, and he sees that you just ran there, and he engages you, gets within 5 feet of you. He can't attack this turn because he used his turn.
Mhm.
Doctor, you got this thug right in your face.
Okay.
Eldruin, you're up.
Alright. Give him some real damage.
The 23 is a hit. The 15 is a miss. So he takes 6 damage. Flurry blows.
Don't
or
we get to
anything?
re-roll one? Re-roll ones? Never mind.
Because of
Okay,
due
sorry.
to what?
On damage. I want more damage.
After this turn, you may roll your portents. I think you forgot this game.
No, I haven't yet. I did. I haven't
Okay.
for a reason.
You do smash him right in the chest, but this guy looks very tough.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. Merrick puts. You don't know his name is Merrick, but I just told you. He raises his sword to attack you. Before he attacks, he yells to his minions. He says, "Ready up! Remember, take the correct positions." He says, "Don't leave your back to the enemy." You see that he is giving battle commands to his minions, and they look like they are listening to his commands and are stronger because of them. He decides to greatsword you.
That is now a verb.
18 hit.
Not with a shield spell.
You're gonna cast shield?
Yeah.
Okay. So with your magic, his sword comes at you at your arm, but it clashes off as you cast your magic. And that's his turn. He's gonna stay toe to toe with you. Schmigel, you're up.
Alright. Gonna come forward
Sorry.
over here. Sweeping attack on these two thieves over here.
The two at the top, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see it.
Let's see. First one with you. The other one with Orc Splitter.
The 14 is a hit.
Come on. There.
So you dropped your shield, correct, to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, so your AC.
Schmigel is angry. He's not.
Your AC is back down to 20. The 14 is a hit, however.
Alright.
Roll your damage.
10 damage.
10 damage is a lot of damage. As you slice this guy open, he is almost dead. Are you going to transfer more damage to the guy next to him?
Yep.
The momentum of your axe just gets lodged right in the side of the guy right next to him, and he is also bleeding profusely. Both of these guys look very badly damaged.
I am going to liquefy the three of you.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna give the evilest stare I can possibly imagine to them.
Are you trying to intimidate, to draw
Yeah.
them to you? The two of them are, why don't you roll an intimidation check on them? Let's see.
Come on, you don't look so chill.
Schmigel, beat a 1. Come on, let's see. don't roll an intimidation. Don't bother. Okay, it's their turn, and you've gotten their attention. They are focusing all of their energies on you. The rogues look at each other and they're like, "Take the dwarf down first!" All three of them are going to attack
Great
you.
tactic.
Come on in your wee butter knives. You couldn't take down a rat if it left on your leaf.
16, 15, 13,
one
6,
hit.
9, 8. Any of these?
No!
No, his armor class is way too high. So
But they all have advantage, right?
why do they have advantage?
Pack tactics?
No, not these guys.
It's when
But
they
these
attack.
guys were all pack tactics single.
No. That was a surprise round.
Oh.
Surprise round because they came at you without you seeing them. That's advantage. These guys
Yeah,
don't have
pack
pack tactics.
Okay.
After they do that, they take cunning action, and they disengage you. They can make it back here to the barrels.
They all hit the armor and just said, nope.
They take cover
Wait.
behind the barrels.
Without shield, you have as much defense as Mathilda with Shield of Faith.
Schmegel's a tank. What do you want? That's what tanks do. Sometimes the tank shines, sometimes the mage shines, sometimes the rogue shines.
Hey, why
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
the
it's
tank
fine.
up here?
Because you're up there.
He's handling the ads.
Alright. Alright, the off tank will handle these ads. The tank can go and handle the main.
Matilda, yeah, I guess your character is like a leader striker, and we don't. Those are 4th edition terms, but DPS.
Which one of these three is the healthy looking one?
the guy in front is the healthiest looking one. They all don't look that great, but the guy that's in front looks like he's got the most. He's the least beat up. The other two guys in the back look like they're about to go down soon.
Okay. I'm gonna chomp on the healthy one. I feel like I can one-hit kill this thing if
Bring
I
it!
hit.
I want to see some. 19's a hit.
Alright. Now, if I need to, I'm gonna channel some divine power into this strike, but I'll see if I need to.
6 damage
okay,
is
there's
not
a 1
enough.
and a 2, and I can both re-roll those
Oh,
for
that's
my great weapon fighting.
okay.
So let's see how much damage it really is.
Oh, I love
It's really-
that ability.
It's really 9 damage,
Okay.
but that's not enough to kill it, I
Nope.
think.
And
So I'm
that-
gonna channel some extra magic in there.
Let's see if your extra magic can do it.
Let's see how much that is. A divine smite is 2d8 extra damage.
Maybe. That just might do it.
It's an additional 12
Oh,
magical
that's more than enough.
radiant damage.
You impale this guy. He is no more.
Yes.
That's what I like to hear from up here.
That is 2 spell slots used. Still have 1 left. But
Anything
not
else
for
on
right
your
now.
turn?
Let's see. How much did I move? I moved like 10 feet, so I have an additional 20 feet, which I used to move to about here.
Okay. Doctor, it's your turn. You have this guy right in your grill.
Okay.
And Doctor, you are standing on the edge of this crevasse. If you move
Oh, how deep
backwards
is it?
if you move backwards and misstep, you may fall down. So if you're gonna try to get over it, you may have to roll a check.
Okay. Including elevation, how far is it to get to, say, up here? Or around here? If I misty step.
You can misty step up there. Your misty step is 60 feet.
Oh, it's 60? I thought it was 30.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 30 feet. You can get up there.
Okay. Okay. So I'm probably gonna go off and help Eldrin and get out of this guy's face.
Okay, so,
So-
you can misty step up there. But you
Yeah.
can't see back past those barrels. You can't go there. You can go.
I'm essentially gonna misty step as far as I can.
Then you can only get to the edge from your vantage point. So you can get like here on the top of this ladder,
Okay. So I do have to.
or
see
you can
where-
get on top of the barrels.
Yeah. You need line of sight to the
Yeah.
point where you want to go with Misty Step.
I know where I saw Andal went. Do I see any action from above where the people are?
You only
'Cause
see their
they're
heads.
fighting. Okay.
They're fighting.
So if I see Andal back there
That's
and
enough.
I see the bad guy there.
Remember, as
I'll misty
Matilda
step.
has just slain one of these.
I'm gonna misty step right up to
I get no barrels are uncertain terrain. So okay. I guess I'll Misty Step up to here.
So as Matilda slays one of these rogues,
Right. As Matilda slays one of the rogues, I disappear in front of the one that just approached me, and I appear up onto the deck.
Okay.
I see Eldrin engaging the hobgoblin in front of me.
Yeah.
And let's see, I am going to cast. So that's 2 level. I'm gonna cast a level 1 spell probably. I'm gonna cast what is it? Witch Bolt on him. Level 1.
Go ahead. Roll
Witch
your
bolt?
Yes.
Oh, that bolt.
Not
I witch-
not witch bolt like WHI. It's WITCH.
I know.
A 14.
14's a miss. You can tell that this guy is very quick. As you cast your spell, he dodges out of the way.
Okay.
Did I have to dodge too?
If he rolled a 1, I would make you dodge.
Yes,
What's the
that makes
terrain around here?
The terrain, the terrain. If you these are all boxes, so you can't really,
Yeah.
unless you climb on top of the boxes.
Okay. And I'm just gonna move back. I'm gonna move over here and try to block the stairs if anyone tries to come up them.
Okay.
So I'm positioning myself right at the top of the stairs.
That's the end of your turn. It is the
Yep.
thug's turn. The first thug is going to roll a save.
As the doctor attacks the hobgoblin, the first slug. Right.
As the doctor misses the hobgoblin, the first now the thug is trying to break out of his web. He rolls an 18, which he breaks out, I suppose.
Yeah.
So this guy breaks out, but that is the rest of his turn. So he's going to run up and engage Matilda. The other guy also runs up and engages Matilda. Now, as the two of them are combined, you see they look at each other and they make a concerted effort. These guys do have hack tactics. He takes out his mace and he swings at Matilda with advantage. 14 and a 20. But the
20 will hit.
But the 20 only barely grazes you with 3 hit points.
I need to roll a Constitution save to keep up my spell,
Yes. You did.
which I succeed. I take 3 damage. Okay. I'm still going.
Your Energizer buddying. Eldruin, you're up.
Alright. One more time here. Let's do some real damage. That's better,
Nice.
I think.
The 19 is a hit. The 17 is a miss. As this guy is so quick, dances around your attack. You could
Ooh.
swear that he may even be a monk himself with his quickness.
Nah.
But you crack him anyway in the skull for 6 damage.
I am going to give him an 11 on his first roll.
Okay. Assuming he's attacking you.
Assuming he's attacking me.
He's not.
He's gonna go for
Oh.
the doctor.
Then do I lose my 11?
Well, no. You declare it when he's rolling. You don't have to declare right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not like that. It's his turn, and then he says, "Blast it! Everyone, get back! Retreat!" He disengages
Blast
you.
it?
He disengages you. You see, he, with a bound and a leap, he jumps on the barrel and then he jumps down. And then, as he gets over there, he gets all the way down over to the crevice, and then he yells to his minions. He says, "Come back! We'll retreat!" He says, "You've made a dangerous enemy this day. You are all dead!" He yells.
I hope the doctor can stop him.
I yell after him. Who is it exactly that we have made an enemy with? You are nothing but a small town thug.
I need intimidation for him to be stupid enough to tell you his name.
Intimidation? Okay.
Yeah. Not hard.
I'm trying to taunt him essentially.
Yeah, I know. So you're trying to get some info on this guy. Not a heart. Oh, well. It's a little bit hard
I've
to get
killed
that.
one of your minions already. You are next. Would you like any name on your grave?
I'll let you roll an intimidation on your turn then.
Oh, okay.
Schmigel, you're up. Matilda's in some heat again with these two guys on her.
She's in heat? Wow.
Schmigel slowly turns around to the person who just said, "You are all dead," and said, "I have faced dragons, the red brands, and I've faced likes that you have never seen before. I've killed more men than you have known in your life. Who do you think you are?"
Schmiegel, that was me who said that he's dead.
No, he also said you guys are dead.
Oh, okay, he did say that. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to roll an intimidation.
Go ahead, everybody.
Oh,
roll
wait a
intimidation
minute.
Checks.
Oh, never mind.
I'll let everybody roll an intimidation on this one. I'm feeling like you
Generous.
guys are.
And you get an intimidation. You get an intimidation.
And
Yeah,
everyone
I
look
feel
at your
you guys
chair.
are doing some really fierce role playing. I like it, and I want everybody to roll intimidation if you want to.
Oh, damn it.
Well, against his wisdom, that you got it. So he says, "Know that your death will come at the hands of Marek the Shank," and he smacks himself on the chest, indicating that is him.
Oh, so that's Marek the Shank.
You mean one of those wee knives? You know?
It's
Like I
still
said,
your turn,
Your
Schmigel.
turn talking.
Oh, that's right.
Unless you really want to spend your turn talking.
Like I said,
Let's
small
see,
time
how
thug.
far am I away from him?
If you run there, you may run past the opportunity attack.
Why the hell not? Schmigel's gonna go balls in.
He's just gonna disengage and run.
Grapple him.
That's
That's
not
what I'm
even
good.
close. Nothing but plate mail. This guy hits it as you run past him. Schmigel,
It's-
unfortunately, that is past your standard movement, so you don't have.
Oh yeah,
an
I'm gonna
action.
use an action point.
Oh,
or
action point. I can't argue with action point.
Does action point give you more movement?
No, action
No,
point
he double
gives
moved
you
and then the action
a
point.
free an additional action. That's one of the big benefits
Yeah.
of playing a fighter.
See.
He means action surge.
Action surge. We used to call it action point in 4th edition.
I don't know. Should I grapple or should I?
Grapple.
And
Don't
Fine,
let
I'll-
him get away.
I'll grapple him down. Come here, you bastard!
Okay, he's gonna contest you with his strength. Give me your athletics strength check. I don't know if you're gonna beat that. Give it to me. Nope.
Damn.
As he pushes you back, you try to grab him. What are we? Fighting or wrestling? Okay, it's the rogue's turn.
Everyone
the
has
rogue,
a good laugh about things.
the rogue, he runs. Both of them run over here. They're not escaping yet, but they see Schmigel, and they're going to take out their short bows, and try to attack Schmigel. Now, these rogues, with him being next to you, if they hit you, they get sneak attack. But they don't hit you.
No.
In fact, nothing hits you.
Is someone firing toothpicks at me? This is just getting silly.
How much movement did I use there? That was only 10 feet. They got enough feet. They're gonna disappear to the crevasse.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Sure, take one. Against
Whack
one of
one
them.
down as it jumps by.
Do you want an opportunity attack the stronger one or the weaker one? The more damaged one or the less damaged one?
I'm
Make
gonna
your
go for
tank
the less damaged one, but I'm gonna make it a non-lethal.
Okay,
Yes, there you go.
go ahead.
Okay.
That's a hit. 8 damage, not enough to kill him, as they both of them just disappear down the crevasse,
Damn.
taking them out of the fight. Matilda.
Faced with these two thugs, she yells, "I could use some assistance over here!" because she realizes that she's about to go down again. And I'm gonna play it tactical. It's boring, but I'm going to. Mathilda doesn't want to die. She clasps her symbol of tear in her hand, and with her other hand, she puts it on her own bleeding wounds and uses lay on hands to inject herself with 20 fresh hit points.
As these thugs disappear into the crevasse, you cast a lay on hands on yourself.
Wait, the thugs are still here.
No, I mean the rogues.
Yeah. The thugs are still in front of me, and I heal myself up.
Okay.
Actually, make that 19 hit points. I'll save 1 hit point on my lay on hands pool.
Just in case somebody goes down.
Smart.
Yes.
Very smart.
Doctor, you have a turn here.
Alright. La 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 la. The doctor's gonna ray of frost the guy attacking Schmigel to slow him
His
down.
name is Marek.
Marek the Shank.
Marek the Shank.
The doctor yells, "Ah, so you're Marek the Shank."
He nearly shanked
Push-
you. He
Push
nearly
those
shanked the
back
party.
from them.
I've been looking. I've been meaning to have a talk with you, Marek. Where is what was the guy's name I was looking for? Abdel.
You're looking for a
I know.
rune.
Arun. There we go. Where is Arun?
I don't think he's going to answer that question.
No. So spells. Oh wait, I have Ray of Frost on a macro. I don't need this. Okay, Doctor. Oh.
Unfortunately, Marek dodges out of the way of your spell.
Okay, I'm gonna use my movement action to go down the stairs. And how much does it take of it?
It's about 10 feet of movement to move down the stairs.
Okay. And yeah, I'll be about here then.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn.
Okay, the thugs are up, and you can hear Marek is yelling to them. He says, "Make way for my retreat!" Matilda, you may take an opportunity attack as the thug moves out of your range.
Alright. Let's go for
Subdue.
it. I'm not killing these or subduing these guys. They look pretty tough.
Okay, that's a hit.
I clicked the damage roll, but
Do you
not
still have
rolling.
your smite on? Your holy smite?
That's not. No. I'll just roll manually.
13 damage is very impressive. You wound this guy gravely.
But not enough to slow him down, to slow his walking.
Both of them, you only get one reaction, so both of them run up and they both attack Schmigel with their pack tactics, giving Marek leeway to run. Schmigel, 2 attacks against you, both at advantage. I mean, I'm sorry, 4 attacks on you with pack tactics.
Just roll them.
Which one of these numbers look?
23. would hit.
23.
Only the 23.
Yeah, that 23 will hit.
Schmigel, you finally take 7 damage as this guy cracks you in the back with the mace.
Ow! Hey!
Oh,
Not funny.
hey, I'm gonna die.
Eldruin.
Okay, I jump up on the barrel like he did, cast a web spell on Marek.
Are you standing on the barrel?
However he did it, I'm following
No,
his
he
lead.
jumped over the barrel.
Oh, okay. I'll jump over the barrel.
Okay.
Exactly the way he did it.
And you're casting a web on him. Let me see. It's a dex save, correct?
It's on the whole area, right?
It's gonna. Well, you can maybe gear it where it doesn't hit Schmigel. Let me see. It's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, well, definitely want to gear it towards that, like right here. But I want to cover some of the, if I can cover the crevasse too, so he has to break through the web to get to it. That would be nice.
You're gonna cover everything, everybody. If you throw
Yeah, it's a
web.
20-foot cube.
Yeah, you gotta have to shape it in a way.
You're gonna get
make
me
it a-
and.
I'll make it an oval shape. Can I do that?
It's a cube.
I think web's a sphere, isn't it? Or is it a cube?
It's a
No, you can flatten it. I know you can flatten it. I don't know if you can shape it.
Yeah, you can't really.
In the spell, it says the web fills a 20-foot cube from that point for the duration.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it also says you can shape
So
it to
if you
one
cast
spot.
web, I'm gonna make everybody, including Schmigel, save.
Might as well. Well,
That's fine.
if you make Schmigel save it, he has a good chance of breaking out. Though. So.
That's
Okay.
fine. I want to make sure. If that's the case, though, then I'll stand up. I'll just walk over here and cast it.
So it's 3
I mean-
dex checks. 3 dex checks for the enemy.
I want to make sure that.
Aww.
I'm trying to make sure no one leaves here alive.
Measuring how big a 20-foot cube is.
I have a 17 on Merrick, a 19 on one of these guys, and a 3 on the third guy.
They need a 15.
Okay, so if one guy is wet. Schmigel, I need you to roll a dex save. Spell explodes in your face.
Assume it's something like this.
Schmigel, you're wet as well.
Sorry, Schmigel. Uh-oh, he's not
I
talking.
can't blame you for trying.
Okay.
That wasn't a bad attempt. Merrick, you see that he reaches into his pocket. He takes out this circular object, and he smashes on the
No.
ground, and all this smoke fills the air. So everybody, let me
With-
see. Everybody in the 20-foot sphere around Merrick is you can't really see because the smoke just completely fills the air.
So that's everyone except for me.
Merrick screams. You can hear Merrick going down the crevasse as he.
Well, there's the web cover.
Yeah, but he can jump.
would
He can
think
drop
so.
through the crevasse, the web in the crevasse.
No, but he'd have to tear open the web.
If you want to break through the web, there's a DC for that.
I'm sure he can attack that. 23 will break the web.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so he disappears down the crevasse, and as he disappears, he says, "We'll meet again. Be sure of that."
Looking forward to it.
And you hear
Alright,
him. You
Shanky
hear
boy.
him splash down somewhere beneath as he disappears.
And we jump after him and we continue this fight.
You may do that if you want, but you still gotta take. These thugs are still. Right now, nobody can see anything. Everybody is at least three quarters cover because of all this smoke all over the place. And Schmigel, it's your turn and you're wet. You gotta break out of your web.
Or
Strength?
can. Strength. Yeah.
Yep.
Schmigel,
What?
you're still wet.
What the hell is
web
this bloody
Schmigel.
thing made out of?
That's close to a double fumble.
It's a double roll
Alright.
of 2.
You can barely see anything. There's this sticky, gooey webbing all over you. You're having a bad day right now.
This is
Matilda
a
is unsure
horrible
as what is
Monday.
going on.
Yeah, as Schmigel's trying to break out of the web inside this cloud, you take your turn.
Yeah, I can't see anything that's going on over
No,
there.
you can't. But you know where they were before the smoke
Yeah.
bomb went off.
Yeah, I mean, I could rush in and try to slash at one of them.
You
with
can do
my
it
knowledge of
blindly.
where they roughly are.
You could do that.
Yeah.
If I do that at the webbed
Right.
guy, do I get advantage?
Well, I don't think you know who is webbed right now.
I saw the webbing go
Well,
off way before the
okay.
smoke.
You do get advantage on him because he's restrained. But he's also, but you can't see him very well, so you're gonna take some negative. He has more cover, 3/4 cover against your attack.
Sure. I'll just move in and slash at one of the webbed forms and hope it's not Schmigel.
If you roll a 1, it will be Schmigel. Oh my god!
What?
Bravo.
That? Oh my goodness.
The minute I said that,
That is a great call, Mr. DM.
Awesome.
roll the damage against Schmigel.
Do you have your Holy Smite on?
No, that's not a thing that's toggled. That's per blow.
Schmigel, you don't even know what happened, but this huge sword just came out of the cloud and stabs you.
Slashes you across the helmet.
When I hear Schmigel roar, I take a polite step back.
Oop.
Nothing can hit Schmigel, then you managed to hit Schmigel.
I don't know on a 1 how I penetrated his armor, but
You penetrated him.
And that was killer damage, too.
Doctor, you're up.
Okay. How far? So as the smoke goes up, and the doctor loses sight, he quickly recalls the location of the crates in this direction. He moves over to them, and then he uses them to guide him straight up towards this place. How far does the smoke go? Do I reach out of it? I'm pretty sure I can get to about here.
So you're on the edge of the smoke right now.
Okay.
Not in the smoke itself.
Okay. So I
You
just
see
I get out of the
Matilda.
smoke.
You
and I
see
run
Matilda
into-
backing out in horror. With
What'd you
blood
do,
on her
Matilda? I
sword.
heard a scream. What happened?
I attacked someone. I thought it was one of the bad guys.
Okay.
It wasn't.
As Elecron, what's the fire? How's the fire doing? It's been a few turns. Has it gotten any bigger?
I think we lost.
No,
Oh.
all this takes place so quickly that the fire is pretty much the same size. It's a relatively small fire.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal to put out.
Does it look like it was mainly there for smoke?
No, it looks like they were trying to burn the place down.
Oh, okay.
But they barely got anything done before you guys arrived. They took a long time to spread some oil and get their torches and all that
Oh,
stuff.
Okay. Since I can't see anything in the darkness, there's no point in just blindly shooting in there. So I'm gonna
You
try.
can.
and
You
cast,
just get a lot. They get cover.
I'm gonna use Ray of Frost on the fire to put it out.
Okay. Why don't you roll an Arcana to see if you can channel your magical energies to put out this fire?
Sure.
DC 12. You missed the fire, I guess.
The critical
Hit
fumbles.
Schmigel again.
Boy, these rolls are not going far on our. They're going with us today.
Okay,
Oh, my
the thugs are up.
Oh.
First thug.
As long as this means I'm going to hit all my persuade checks.
The thug trying to break out of the web is still webbed. The other thug, you can hear him stepping somewhere and you hear a splash, and he's obviously run off.
Okay. Then it's Eldruin's turn.
Yeah.
How long does this fog last? Does it just keep lasting as long as we fight?
I'll tell you when it goes down.
Sure. I assume it's like 10 minutes.
This is a smoke bomb that he set off, it looks like. Very carefully engineered escape.
Can I move to here and attack?
You're going to be attacking with... This guy's going to have cover, but you get advantage since he's webbed.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm subduing.
Don't roll a 1.
That's not bad.
So that is a... You get advantage.
20 and a 14.
Hold on, he gets cover, so his AC goes up a lot, and you don't hit.
Okay. And I give him an 11 on his save. Assuming he's going to
AC
try to
must
break
go
out.
up a lot not to get hit by a 20.
3/4 cover, your AC goes up 5.
Yeah, which means he had 15 or more.
He definitely has 50.
He must
or more.
admit 16 or more.
But you notice these guys are wearing chainmail.
Oh, these are chainmail armored thugs.
That are climbing in the rafters?
No, not
Yeah.
the one. The ones climbing in the rafters were wearing studded leather armor. These
I mean,
guys
if they're wearing
are wearing
chainmail, they're not straight from the Monster Manual thugs.
Actually,
Better, Schmigel.
you shouldn't be
Look it
looking
up.
at the Monster Manual thugs, should you?
Actually,
Oh, come on.
You should not
Actually,
be
I know-
wearing. You
I
should
know
not be
this off the
looking
top
at.
of my head. I DM.
Oh, okay. Okay. But does your character?
My character doesn't, and this is all out of
Schmegel,
character.
you break out of your webbing,
Thank
but
God.
you have to use your whole action during your turn to do that.
Alright, Mathilda's gonna go in again.
Okay.
This time, luckily, there's only one webbed log.
Schmegel, are you gonna move
Yes.
out of the
Hopefully a
smoke?
little bit. How far can I go?
Your
My whole
speed.
movement or half?
Subdue.
You
Subdue the guy.
You have to use your action to break out the web, but you still have your movement.
Can I use my movement to step on the guy?
No, that's an action.
Yes.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna wait until my action comes about and get myself proper so I can subdue him next round.
Okay.
Mathilda's going in for the kill.
Or not.
She
going
gets
in.
advantage, but probably not.
No,
a
not
hit.
not with all this smoke around.
Okay. She backs out again.
Matilda, you hit me with that pointy thing again. I'm coming out there. And I'm not gonna be happy.
Doctor, you're up.
I'm just gonna try to freeze everything in there. I don't care what I hit now. No, the doctor doesn't do that. He's a calculating person. So as Matilda steps back out of the cloud of smoke,
That kind of thinking is not going to be good when you hit level 5 and you get fireball.
In fact, that kind of thinking is going to be very good.
as Matilda steps back from the cloud of smoke, the doctor uses the direction that she was in to gauge where the target most likely is, and he's gonna shoot in that same direction with a ray of frost.
Okay. You get advantage, but still, it's just too foggy for you to hit accurately.
And that's gonna end his turn.
Okay. Bug, all he's got left is just to save.
Oops. I gave him 11.
Oh, you gave him 11, so he skips, so he doesn't save this turn. Eldruin.
Yeah. I'm attacking again. I want this guy down. Subdual. Oh, yes, better.
See,
Advantage.
the critical hit's gonna hit.
17?
The critical hit's gonna hit.
Okay,
And
that'll deal 17
wait,
subduing
so
damage.
that 17. Why is it a 17? That's kind of high.
It's because it's a D8 and a D6 plus my modifiers. Because I get the D6 poison damage.
From
So
what?
it's 14.
From his staff of
Staff.
spider staff.
It's the spider staff.
Oh, you're hitting with the spider staff.
Yeah, I get a D8 and a D6 plus my unarmed attack. So
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know
well-
how the poison is non-lethal, though.
This dark elf's poison. It's meant to put them through long, excruciating pain and not kill them.
You haven't killed him yet, though.
exactly.
Okay, he's not down yet.
You crack him, but you don't. It's obvious that he's not dead
20.
yet.
That's 23 total damage.
Why is it 23?
Because he has extra 6 for the crit damage.
Oh,
Plus 6.
okay. Well, with that, he's down.
Oh,
You just one-shot him, didn't you?
No, he was already damaged.
Okay.
oh, okay. And then I'll dispel the web.
Is he dead?
Okay. No, he's
It's
knocked out.
non-lethal.
Okay.
We got 1.
We got
Not
two.
bad. We got- at
I
least
say
we
as I drag the
wrong.
corpse of the rogue that I murdered.
Good work, Mathilda.
All right. Who's the one with the sword?
You got a higher body count than Schmigel does, anyways.
Come on, step forward. I won't be mad. I won't be mad.
I lift out my little short sword. And I put it back.
Mathilda lifts up the guy that she killed, and he has a short sword in his hand.
Oh,
I
there you
got
go.
him.
What happened?
You do realize I kind of killed that one.
I killed that one.
Oh, that's right. You killed that one. My bad. Just let's stamp out this bloody fire. Conk.
I tie the guy up.
Yeah, I guess Smirgo and I go put out the fire.
I frisk the dead guy, see if he has anything on him that's of any use.
Frisk and
Uh,
good.
One.
I prefer that word over loot.
as you look over this dead guy, of course, he's wearing studded leather armor. He has 2 short swords.
Yeah, I'm
he
not
has-
looking for valuables. I'm looking for information.
Oh, he doesn't have anything that seems to be of that kind of value on him. He doesn't even have any gold on him. These guys are professionals.
Right, so all he has is equipment.
He has his equipment. He's deader than dead, but the other guy is still alive, and you're able to capture him. He's wearing some chainmail. He's got a mace. He's got a shield. He does not
Right.
have anything that looks to be of value. Where else are you going to search on him?
His boots, his belt, down his throat,
The dead guy, I
And his
frisked him
molars.
thoroughly.
in his molars,
There's nothing.
in case he hides anything in his fillings under false teeth.
There's nothing in his molars.
Any tattoo for identification?
He's got a tattoo. It's a naughty tattoo of a centaur.
Ooh.
Is it a male centaur?
It's a male centaur and like a female gnome.
Oh boy.
Alright. I assume that she is sitting on his back.
Assume the worst.
That's what I was afraid of. Anyway,
You guys
that's
you guys.
on the thug, right?
So the fire has not taken root yet. It hasn't caught on the oil yet, so you're able to stamp it out.
Yeah, the dead rogue doesn't have anything remarkable on him. Any tattoos, anything in his boots, his belt.
No. He has his equipment. That's about it.
Right.
You don't see any specific signs of identification of what.
Does he
group
have
he's
any
part of.
roguish gadgets on him, like smoke bombs and all that shit?
Oh yes,
ball
he
bearings?
has his equipment. He has a thievery kit.
Okay, but he doesn't have the kind of fancy stuff that the other guy was using.
Like that bomb? No, he doesn't have anything like that.
Hey,
Alright,
doctor, do I have any blood on my
He seems-
teeth?
Seems
I look
useless.
closely. Yeah, you do actually.
Oh,
This guy's.
thanks.
I mean, it's clear to you. These guys are professionals. They do not carry anything on them that'll give them away.
Sure.
But you got this one guy captured.
Except a tattoo.
Yeah, I'll drag the body of the dead guy over to the captured guy, but he's still knocked out, I think, right?
Yeah, he's not gonna wake up for a while.
Doctor, it might be good to take this guy to your Harper friend.
It is his warehouse. He'll have a place that we can put him.
I'll
We can-
dump
we
this
can
body
keep him
down
here.
the crevasse.
No, I think we should investigate the crevasse at least a little
As
bit.
you dump it down the crevasse, it splashes into some. There's some sort of running water down there.
What does it look like down the crevasse?
You can't see; it's very dark. You may have to.
Ah.
You have to put some sort of light source down there to see.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a torch and I'm gonna.
Yeah. Mathilda lights a torch from her pack and drops it down.
So the torch goes down, and you can see that there is indeed running water, and the walls are bricked. So this looks like some sort of sewer, as the torch splashes into the water and goes out.
Very smart to toss your torch down there when we knew there was water there.
I had plenty torches.
Okay. Now, could you please light another one?
I light up another torch, tie it to a rope, and then dangle it down there.
Much smarter.
So
While my eyes are shooting daggers at the doctor.
so this is down the crevasse is the sewers of Bryn Shander, and you can see that it runs lengthwise north to south, with some running water on the bottom. It's not sewage water; it's just normal running water. And the water doesn't look very deep. And you can see, of course, the body you tossed down there.
How far down is it again?
It's less than 10 feet, you think.
Okay. Anybody up for a bit of midnight exploration?
In your state, is that a good idea?
I would
I
do it
asked-
if you cast this invisible.
Why?
All right, if you want to go look at it, I have enough strength to be able to make one person invisible for a while. If you want to scout out the area and possibly track
If you're
down where
gonna
they
walk
went.
through that water, it doesn't help to be invisible.
Oh, monk could totally
That
do
is
it.
true.
Yeah. But wouldn't it still give you advantage for stealth checks?
I think they got away, though.
Well, you're still invisible. You're not indetectable if you're splashing through the water. They
Are
won't
there
see
sidewalks,
you.
or-
They'll hear somebody splashing along. And some things
Often
like
in
that.
sewers, there's edges like to walk on. Are there those in this one, like
yeah, you
walkways?
can try to avoid the water itself, walking around the edges. You don't know how the sewer's going to go, though.
Right.
You do know from your learnings that Bryn Shander does have an extensive network of sewers
Okay.
connecting various areas in town. It's one of the most impressive things built up in Icewind Dale. Just like some of the really big towns in the south, they actually have sewers. It's the only town in Icewind Dale that has sewers.
Okay. I bet this is where the thieves probably have a base further down there, hidden within the sewers. That'll be something we have to track down. I wonder. So that was Marek the Shank.
Yes, and you guys are most definitely victorious in this battle. You did a great job. Still not hard enough for you guys.
If we had actually had to kill all of these guys, we'd have
we were
been
a little
pretty
worried.
hard-pressed.
You were a little bit worried. Well,
I was more
yeah.
worried for,
Yes, that-
Matilda.
Well, you got the unlucky roll. I would have killed any. If Schmigel, if you had gotten the unlucky roll, you probably would have weathered those attacks.
Hey, one less attack and I would have lived.
But that was nothing. I wasn't scared for 1 second for you guys. You guys, now it's time to give out experience points. Okay.
Oh, I thought we were milestoning. Or are we all just going to level 5?
This is a milestone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that this was an important event.
See, the thing is different. There's because of these branching storylines and things like that. The milestones don't always occur at. I don't always know at what point you're going to milestone, but I do know that if you fight this, you do this, or you do this, it's determined you're going to milestone. So I'm going to give out experience.
If we do this, and then next session almost instantly resolve the barbarian thing, we get another milestone.
No. It doesn't work like that.
We just save up all our milestones, like
And catch them in all at
until
once.
1 inch of completing the quest.
The thing is, like, you know, if you try to do this, it's like if you're playing a video game, you can probably outsmart the computer on a video game, but it's the real person you're trying to outsmart. Which is, you can still outsmart me, but, you know, I might
It's
realize
much
it.
harder.
Real people can also be outsmarted.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you can still outsmart me, but it won't work quite the same way.
And it's also not my intention.
I would like to give everybody experience points. Unfortunately, Galen is not able to join us for this battle. However, he has been here for previous battles. Hold on. I need to include this as well. So we got that fight on the ship that you guys did. We have the surviving the avalanche. We have the excellent roleplay you've been doing, and especially roleplaying in how you've been trying to free Hengar, which is included. We have the Yeti fight at the gate, which is included. I think you guys are going to level.
I need roughly
No, I think you guys.
I need roughly 1400 to level.
I think you guys are definitely going to level. Let me add some stuff up together. Let's see, what else do we have to add? We have, of course, this fight.
I know Mathilda is a little bit behind everyone else because she started with
I think even Matilda's going to level. Let me see.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, there's a lot of experience because all this experience has been grouped up. Let me see. You have.
Yeah. Because
and also, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the quest experience for defending the warehouse, which is supposed to give you experience as well.
Okay. I need 3,800.
And doing such an excellent job at it.
Hold on. Let me bring out my calculator. I'm not good at adding.
Because Mathilda hasn't gained a single experience point
I know.
she joined this quest.
I know, but this is I'm giving all of it lump sum.
Yeah, sure.
So this will be easier, so we all are on the same page. 4,375. Congratulations! I think everybody levels on that.